put a Nefer in charge of all my work for today, so we can go play with Knuckle Duckle.
Which should I choose?
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
The sky in Natland.
You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you?
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
I just got a really bad toothache.
The sky in Natland.
Why? Nefer, help me.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
The sky in Natland. What happened now? Welcome. How can I help you? And a radish veggie soup.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
The sky in Natland. Welcome. How can I help you?
Hey everyone, Twitch is going to run an ad in just a minute and we'll get started just afterwards. Thanks for turning up. Great to have you here on this bonus stream. We'll get started very shortly.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
The sky in Natland.
Did you hear
What happened now?
I
The
guess
neighboring
I'll
nation of
post a
Liyue
commission
has
at the
most
Adventurers
prosperous
Guild.
commercial port in all of Tibet.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Did you hear what
It's been way too long since I last had some candy. My brain's grinding to a halt, like a rusty machine. Oh, that's it! I'm having 5 whole crumb cupcakes for dinner tonight, and nothing's gonna stop me. Not even a Nefer's super angry mode.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
I just got a really bad toothache. Why? Nefer, help me.
You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you?
Welcome. How can I help you? And a radish veggie
Ancient
soup.
alchemy truly is fascinating.
Did you hear what happened with the sky in Natland?
The sky in Natland. What happened now? Welcome.
Hello everyone, welcome in. Thanks for being here today. Great to have you all turning up on a bonus stream. So we're going to do something a bit different today. I don't know how long the stream will be, but we're going to start with some strongboxing. So if you've got those channel points ready there on Twitch, it's time to redistribute them.
I'm having 5 crumb cupcakes for dinner tonight, and
I've got
nothing's
nearly
gonna
a
stop
full
me.
inventory of stuff to do, so we'll make some decisions on things to improve. But let me go ahead and say hello to everyone. Toby, congrats on the first, and Dozio, hello, welcome in. See you stream, hello, great to see you. Trueheart Husky, hello, Zatarso, hello. Mr. Spynet, welcome in. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well as well. Got a bonus stream today. I've got some time away, so yeah, just figured I'd hang out a bit.
The neighboring nation.
Hello, Ocelot Girl. Welcome in. You missed some streams. No worries. No
Don't
worries.
worry.
Did you hear gambling? Hey, you sure did. We're going to do some strong boxing for sure. Hello, Cheez-Its. Welcome in. Great to have you joining in. We do something to put those channel points to use here on my account because my inventory was getting full, and I thought we'd fix that together, shall we? I'm logged in here to my account. I've got 1,800 artifacts out of 2,400, so we've got a bit of cleaning to do, and maybe some of this would be helpful for you, maybe not, if you're looking for artifacts. Now, a couple of things here before we get started. I might unlock some things that you should otherwise keep if you don't have artifacts or if you're earlier on. I'm AR60 with a number of builds where they're all kind of good enough, and so I don't actually need those sort of ones that would be a starter artifact in a lot of cases. Now, for the newer sets, that's definitely not the case. Like these, I'll definitely be coping a bit. Like, I don't know if someone's going to need HP and ER, so I'm going to hang on to that one. I don't think anyone's going to need anything like that, but I'm not going to roll any of these pieces for now. So I'll just hang on to them. Hey, Cheez-Its, thank you so much for the Prime sub on the bonus stream. You got an anniversary on the bonus stream. Thank you so much for 4 months. That's awesome. Thank you for that Prime sub. I appreciate the support. You got a mow and you're just going to be quiet and listen. Well, thanks for being here, Onslaught Girl. Appreciate it. Enjoy the mowing and all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see if you do get to come on by. I do have, by the way, I do have the queue is disabled at the minute because I don't know that I'm going to be able to hop into to help mode. My plan for the stream was to start off with some strongboxing. I need to do my own theater myself, so I figured we'd go through that after the strongbox stuff and then see where the stream takes us. So that's the plan today. Hello, Rear, welcome in. Great to have you here today. I don't know which one you're on. Are you on vertical or horizontal, Rear? If you're on horizontal, let me know if there's any issues with that one. I've changed some settings there on YouTube to make it a little nicer. So you're eating spicy ramen. It's so good. Cheese, is it bulldog one? I am okay. I can't say I've ever tried that. It sounds delicious. All right. So first things first, a little bit of cleaning. And I think what I'm going to do here for this one is I'm going to go to filter by locked, not max level, and go down here. I got to get rid of some cope stuff, that's for sure. Like, I don't need this. Now, if you don't have pyro goblets on your account, this might be a good artifact. So you use your own judgment there. But I'm going to unlock this because it's got 2 stats and it's 3 lines. And I have other options. Same with this. Yep. Some of these I was just hanging on to. Now, we're not going to tell David about this because David has Blizzard Strayer pieces, but he would agree. Don't keep these super coat pieces, right? And let's see. Let's also filter for locked as well. I think I did a mass unlock. So this is crit rate, crit damage, and ER. We're going to hang on to that. Crit rate, crit damage. That one can go away. Ooh, that's a 4-line. Not bad. Nice off piece there. That's 2 stats, low roll, 3-line. That's got to go. That's got to go. There's a double crit with attack. We'll save that one. That could be a nice off piece for someone in the future. But yeah, I haven't done a good inventory purge in quite a while. So mainly I'm holding on to double crit with ER preferably for most of these. Unless they're going to be a supportive item. But I haven't done a cleanse in a while. Oh man, that one looks juicy. Double crit with EM. Unfortunately, it's only a 3-line. Your Nulet's almost finished. He just needs a crit damage circlet. Very nice. If you get those elixirs, you'll be able to craft them. Unfortunately, elixirs, it's 3 elixirs for the hats, but with the new region, you can get more elixirs now as well. And of course, you've got the theater where you can get 1 or 2 a month. So with a little bit of patience, you can get that. Look at that. EM double crit there. I got another EM hat there. Hang on to all these EM ones. Viridescent is an interesting set because multiple people might want them. So I'm going to hold on to those. Same thing with ER and attack and crit rate. That's a really juicy Favonius user sand, so we'll hang on to that one. We'll get rid of some of these. Those are very early on. Oh, look at that. EM double crit 4 line, EM double crit 4 line. Nice off piece there. Cryo double crit on Wanderers. Not bad. And Rosewitch, welcome in. Great to have you following. Appreciate that on Twitch. And hello, Cloud. Welcome in. Great to see you joining today. Right now, I'm just going through a bit of my inventory on my own account. This is my account, which I don't often get on stream, but we're doing a bit of a bonus stream today. So I thought I'd use the opportunity to do some cleaning. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, on Twitch, there's a channel point system, so we can do some wagering with our channel points, just for fun. Just for fun there. Look at that. Double crit with EM. Oh, I like that. Tainari's going to be eaten. Yep. I think Tainari, I've got Ganyu as well. I got C1 Ganyu from the free constellations, so we might try and see what we can cook up for our burn melt Ganyu. Maybe I'll go into my Stygian as well. I was thinking about using burn melt Ganyu as a bit of a thing. HP. Now this is a special set, again, tenacity. So HP, for Zhongli Shield, these are pretty cope, but I'll hang on to them. This one has ER, so again, special stats. Just hang on to them for later. This is a 3-line low roll, minimum roll, crit rate. I mean, it is on Emblem, though. Emblem's a good set. So we're going to get rid of some of this stuff. Before rolling a juicy artifact, be sure to lament. We'll try and remember. You can remind me. All right, EM double crit there, not bad. That's got to go. We're going to have lots and lots of pieces to roll. And I guess what I need to do is figure out what I want to do. Part of me wants to roll some better pieces for Ito, but it's so inefficient. I love being efficient with my resource. Those are all special. Apparently I was trying to improve Nahida, maybe? HP, EM. Yeah, I must have gone into Deepwood. Oh, look at that. Attack, EM, double crit. Not bad. 3-line start. Oh, attack, double crit, 4-line. Very nice. We'll get rid of that one. Crit rate, crit damage, and EM. Very nice. HP, double crit, ER. Low rolls. Not on a set we'd necessarily use there. But, hey, we can't complain. That's an HP hat. Would I use HP on flop? Probably not. And I'll hang on to all my flop pieces. Right. That one can go away. ER, HP and Vora Cautious. We'll hold on to that. Fav plus HP. I mean, a little bit of ER would be nice, but I'll hang on to those because, I'm coping with some of these pieces. Crit rate, crit damage, EM, ER. Yep, we'll hold on to that. I want those crit damage with crit rates on this set. Marshall Say Hunter is a great set. Animo bonus. Animo double crit, attack, and ER. That's a juicy one. All right. Hydro double crit. Very nice. HP, that one we were saving clearly for if it landed on double crit. But now we can see the 4th stat, which is a beautiful enhancement. What noodle is my favorite flavor? Oh boy. I either get like whatever the spicy option is, generally as far as flavorings go. I don't have I couldn't tell you what the specifics are because I'm not a cook, but something that is spicy is delicious. Bayakuya, welcome in. Great to have you here today. Thanks for joining on the bonus stream. Just going through doing some inventory management before we do some strongboxing here. Looking through what I've got now that we can see the 4-line pieces, or that rather the 4th stat. Ooh, look at that EM double crit there. And we're going to do some strongboxing. I've got nearly a completely full inventory, so we should be able to have lots of fun. Attack double crit. Nice. Get rid of that. Ooh, look at that one. That's a new bullet piece. Max roll, max roll, max roll. Nearly max. That's good. Good. It was a good piece, even though it's a 3-line. Hello, Normans, and hello, Mike Gloria. Yeah, we can do reviews in a little bit. We'll get to those, so just hang on out and enjoy. Let's get these channel points all redistributed to the community for you. All right. Now, I wanted to tell you, I got through my Stygian last night on my alt account, which is not the easiest thing. On level 5, of course. I can't do level 6. Not nearly that well invested or ping enabled. But boy, it was a struggle, to say the least. It is not for the faint of heart. And at one point, I did log off and went and played some Baldur's Gate 3. But I tell you, I made some bad choices in Baldur's Gate 3 because I was frustrated with the lag. And I was a little reckless, and I went in and ended up getting killed. So I was on an honor mode run in Baldur's Gate 3, and it ended my run because I was a little reckless. So I went back into Fearless and bashed my head against the wall for another hour or so, and yeah, was able to get the extra feather. Definitely not worth the stress. And at one point, I literally said out loud, I said, Elim, what are you doing? Why are you log off? And I closed the game. All right. EM double crit. Sure. I don't think I'll ever use that, but ER, crit attack. Ooh, that's a Scoffy A piece, eh? Could be Farina, but I think my Farina was pretty well done. Now, I would love to get some Farina cons on this account. I do have C2 and C3 Farina on my other accounts, and it does make a big difference, but with all the upcoming characters, it's not meant to be. Because we are running low on Primos. Hydro double crit. Look at this. I got so many things just hanging out. I should have done this ages ago. Another Animo double crit with ER. Off pieces for Animo person. Those aren't turning out very well. With Nod Cry and the 4th liner being shown, it's a good feature. Yeah, it's definitely one of the nicest things they've done in a while. It really helps conserve your resource, which I appreciate. And I like the fact that with the artifact crafting thing, where you can extract from potions as well, instead of having to level stuff to 4. Apparently, someone's done the math, and it might actually be better for you to... does anyone need an HP hat on this set? Yonzon needs attack. Someone needs defense and EM. I don't think anyone needs HP, so we'll get rid of that. That could be for Xilonen, sure. Well, no ER. Get rid of that. Attack, double crit, no ER. Have to see what we're wearing there. Get rid of some of these. Don't need all of that. Don't think we're going to get Natlan Dendro. Double crit, HP, ER. Oh, hey. That looks like a, you know what? We're gonna do this now. Let's get a prediction going. Crit or miss. If you're on Twitch, you can use these channel points. We're going to start a prediction now. It's available for 30 seconds. And yeah, we'll go from here. Now, let's have a look and see. Oh, no. Got a 2x. Okay. Ooh, I've got some resource. That's good. Do I have any fodder to throw away? I've got lots of pieces here. Shim, am I ever going to use Shim? I mean, it's pretty tough throwing away a 35 crit value piece, but I don't think I'm ever going to use Shim. Yeah, that piece is pretty sad. 1 roll, 2 rolls, 3 rolls. Is that 4 rolls? That must be a 4 line for sure. That's just so unfortunate. Okay. All right, prediction is closed. Let's go ahead and see what we can get on this one, if we can get some crit. Oh, okay, that is a miss. All right, let's go again. Oh, that's right, we didn't lament. I didn't see it. We'll roll that, and we'll try again. We'll say lament, and maybe that'll work for us. Hey, co-comrade, welcome in. Hey, we don't have a queue open at the minute. We're just doing some strong boxing, and then gonna goof around on my account a little bit, see where the stream takes us. So maybe later, but not for now. It's not open right now. All right, predictions are gonna be closing in a few seconds there, and let's go. Oh, bro, that is a miss. All right, I'm going to stop on this piece because I don't think I need a big ER piece. I don't think. So I'm going to let that one just sit at the bottom of the inventory for a bit longer. All right, let's get back to where we were. I got distracted. We were up in scroll, right? We don't need all those defense pieces. Don't need that. Cryo crit 4 line. Don't need that. I'll go ahead and start the prediction for the next one now to get predictions in for the next one. Remember Ito in the C2? Hey, I can't forget. I can't forget. We're going to have to help me decide on who to actually Strongbox for as well. All right, Electro, crit damage, ER, and attack. I'm going to hold on to that one just because. Defense double crit's always good. Hydro HP, yep. Get rid of that. Nope, nope. Get rid of that. I don't actually have an Atling character besides my Traveler on this account that would want any of that. Here we go. Here's another one. All right. Let's send this one. We got the prediction in. All right, crit. All right, we'll get another one. We'll see how far we can go on this. Yeah, 1.8 thousand. Yeah, 1.1800 artifacts. I was full, and I salvaged some stuff for materials, and I said, we need to do a Strongbox session. All right, we will lament again. Lament! Clearly that's worked. All right, we've got 10 seconds left on those predictions. Get some channel points in if you want to play that game, and yeah, you can use those for the guarantee. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Crit damage, max roll. Let's go. All right, we'll go with another prediction. It is open for another 30 seconds. Lamenting is working, so we're going to do it again. We're going to say, lament, and see how it goes. What can we get? We're going to get a really juicy Hydro double crit HP ER. Might be an improvement for my Yelan, even though it's an off piece. I might need to rework some stuff. My Yelan does eat pretty well. She's got C1 on this account. All right, let's go ahead and roll it. Crit rate, let's go. All right, what's the final piece? One more 30-second prediction going. That is a solid piece. How are we going to go? All right, 10 seconds left on that prediction. It's already 32 crit value. Can we get 40? Let's find out. This might be the best goblet on the account. Lament! Let's freaking go. All right, and a high roll as well. Fantastic. That's fabulous. All right, that is 39 crit value. Let's go. That's big. And, yeah. And it's HP and ER substat. That's pretty beautiful. That's pretty beautiful. All right. What else are we cooking up here? Let's get rid of that. That. Attack double crit. All right. Clearly lamenting has worked. It's not glowing. It's a 3-line start. It's unfortunate, but still really good. Didn't miss any rolls. Crit rate, crit damage, okay. Physical, probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Don't need that. Don't need that. Hold on to that one for now. Hold on to that one. Now, apparently there's a way. Ooh, look at that. Attack, double crit, but I don't have Skirk on this account, so we're not going to be leveling that one. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to save all of my new set pieces because I don't know what we're going to need. So we're not going to unlock any of this other stuff. So we got to find someone we want to upgrade. So let's first things first, go see how we're treating Yelan. Yelan 73, 256, 153 at C1 with Aqua. The goblet is an off piece. Okay. So 13.6, 14.8. So I think that piece we rolled, although it'll be slightly lower. Crit rate. It gives us HP and ER. Which she gets by with the ER she has, but it'll be more comfortable. So we got a Yelan upgrade. That's pretty fantastic. Hello, Dara boy. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Just doing a bit of strongboxing here on my own account. Seeing what we can pull off. That's a pretty sad hat, actually. I mean, it's good, but yeah, not for Yelan. Like, all that attack's not helping us. Maybe we need to upgrade the hat. Definitely need a better feather as well. That HP is looking at me silly. Do I just strongbox emblem? I don't know. Who wants emblem? Who else can we do? We could also... I don't have any Crimson Witch, and I've got Gomming and Diluc and Cloud Retainer. I think Gomming's only C5, though. Diluc's only C2. What do we think, chat? What do we think? What do you think we should strongbox with 1,800 artifacts? Actually, let me look at my counts of sets. What do we got? Here's what we've got loaded. A bunch of Silken's Moon. We've got a bunch of Wanderers. Good amount of emblem. I don't have very much Noblesse, actually. Having more Noblesse might be nice. Lots of Golden Troop, obviously. Lots of characters want that. Lots of Mara Chassé. It's the way. I think what we might do is... Yeah, definitely not going to get Bull-Eyed. Maybe a bit more Noblesse. Let's take a look at my Bedit. Let's take a look. I feel like that's a little bit low. I'm always telling you guys to have lots of options. Healing with ER, so that could have HP. He's got HP with a tiny bit of ER. Got ER with no HP. A good off-piece. And a decent flower. Okay, so my Noblesse pieces are actually quite sad. The people who want Noblesse have it, but I don't have 2 sets. Yeah, look at that attack goblet, by the way, for Flynn's. Oh my gosh. I think we go with Noblesse first. HP, oh, here we go, HP ER. But let's see if we can get another healing one. Let's get a little bit more noblesse. Let's do that. First things first. All right, we're going to add these manually so I don't accidentally throw away some of the new set here. Let's find out what we get. Electro. No, we don't need that. Don't need that. EM. Goblet with ER and crit damage. EM goblets are hard to get, so I'm going to keep it. Defense double crit, we'll keep that. Just because it can either be an off piece or like a Yunjin on Noblesse. What is that? And no ER there. HP with crit rate, no. Well, HP, we'll keep it. HP is a special stat on for the supports. Same with attack. So we're looking for like HP and ER. HP and ER, good. Attack and crit, but we need attack, crit, and ER. So I'll save that for now because I don't have very much noblesse, but we're coping early because we don't have all that much. Hello, Armand. Welcome in. Yes, we'll take a look at Flynn's in just a moment. He's on a bit of a starter build. There's another defense double crit goblet. A bit of a starter build. Attack and ER, not bad. Cryo, crit damage and ER. Hold on to this for like a Rosaria on Noblesse, I guess. No Dendro. Attack ER, sure. I'd love to have crit rate on it as well. That's a Yunjin piece. No. ER HP. Yep, let's go. ER Sands. That's a big win. ER and HP percent. All right, Benny's getting an upgrade. Attack Sands with crit. I mean, just double. I guess we'll hold on to that. And another HP. I'm gonna cope with the HP stuff. One more roll in Noblesse, and we'll see how we go. No. Defense ER. I didn't have very many goblets, so I'm going to hold on to that. Attack with nothing. I'm going to let that one go. HP goblet. Again, we're holding to that one. More people want that than not, so. We've got a flower. No. Or a feather, rather. No. No. Healing. Crit rate and ER. We'll hold on to that. But I don't think I'm going to roll that one yet. HP and crit, but not HP and ER. ER double crit attack and defense. So Yunjin ER or a Shinha ER. I like that. That's a good one. We're going to roll that one for sure. All right, let's find out what we got. Hello, Saeed. Welcome in. How are you doing today? All right, let's have a look. So here's the Flynn's. I've got 57. 233 with 131. Talents are there. C1. Jadewing Spear. So my energy's probably a little shy for C1, to be honest, without his weapon, but I ran out of primos. So with the crit buff, right? What am I on? 87 to 233 with 131. He does all right, and I'm running him with Ino and Sucrose and Official, I think. I haven't played him a whole lot, but yeah. Hello, Zero Whiffs. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We are doing a bit of strongboxing right now, trying to figure out who we want to upgrade. And I might actually sort out my Escoffier. My Escoffier just has no ER, which is not great. She does a lot of damage, but she needs some ER. Like, but where am I going to take it from? Maybe her hat. I don't know. Maybe she needs a crit rate hat with ER. Crit rate with ER. No. How much does she need? When she's in freeze with cryo resonance, what does cryo resonance do? Someone was telling me yesterday, I didn't actually look, that the resonance for cryo only kicks in if they're actually frozen. I was thinking Blizzard Strayer. Cryo. Crit rate against enemies that are frozen or affected by cryo. So hold on. So or affected by cryo. Why was chat telling me yesterday that it's only when they're frozen? If they have the cryo aura on them, you would have more crit rate. You just started playing Genshin, you're AR 30 and you're realizing you're late for this game. Hey, two things. One, welcome to Genshin, and yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. Don't rush. What we're doing here is a bit of end game stuff. So, take it in and don't, try not to get overwhelmed. You don't have to worry about anything that I'm doing right now. Play this game for the long run. AR30, it's a beautiful time. Inazuma unlocks. You can go and enjoy the story, and there's a lot to discover. You don't feel like you're in a rush to get to the end. The best advice I could give you, it's going to be a bit of unsolicited advice here, take your time and play for what's fun for you, and don't feel like you're missing out on anything, because you're not. It will be there in the future, okay? So do the events. Those are, time limited and give nice primo gems. But the story stuff, you don't have to rush through the story. It'll be there. If you get bored of the story and you're feeling like it's dragging, you don't want to do it, just stop and go and do commissions or something else. But don't get burned out. Hang in for the long time. That's where I think a lot of the joy comes from. So the other thing is, as far as being late to the game, I was late to the game as well. I started in 2023, about 3 years ago. So after the, quote unquote, big craze had already come and gone. But I don't think there's any better time to start playing than now. There's still a ton of people who play the game. It's like 70 million people a month play the game. People from all over the world, of all different backgrounds, of all ages. Lots of people love this game. It has a lot to offer. So just enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's pretty fantastic. It's not only when frozen. It's not a must requirement. Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking affected by cryo gives the plus 15. So, yeah. All right. Let's figure out who are we going to equip. Scuffy, although she has no energy, she is like a truck. 65. Ganyu, maybe? What is my Ganyu on? Ganyu is on my Marshal Say. She's on my freeze one because I have a Scoffier. Do I do a burning set for her? I think I already have one, if I'm being honest. I don't rob. So let me find her. Do I have a burn melt build for her? Oh, hello. All right, let's do a bit of leveling here. Just figure out how this turns out. Will it be crit or miss? That is a miss. Uh-oh. I didn't have a prediction open. There's a new prediction open. Let's go for level 12. Hopefully it won't miss again, otherwise I'm going to stop. Get those channel points in if you want to use some channel points for a bit of fun. Figure out if it's going to go crit rate or crit damage, or if it's going to go one of the other two stats. Armand likes Fontaine, and then Nodcry. Sorry, Fontaine, Inazuma, Nodcry, Sumeru, Liwa, Mondstadt. Interesting. I really enjoyed the Sumeru one myself. Is this my main account? Yes, this is my main account. Doing some strongboxing, Yusuf, for my characters. We're rolling some artifacts to see how they turn out. And that is crit rate, so I'm going to choose that, and very good. We'll keep going on this piece. We'll see who we can build up and power up. I just got C1 Ganyu, so I figured maybe I'd try and invest a little bit into her. So we've got, we're doing channel point predictions over on Twitch, where you can wager your channel points for a bit of fun. They're just for fun. You meant Inazuma's second and Nodcry and Sumeru are all tied. Oh, they're all tied for second. I see. Okay. Yeah, I think the Fontaine one was absolutely amazing, but the Sumeru one was quite good. I think it definitely all improved. over time. Oh, that is a miss. Okay, that is a miss. That is unfortunate. We're going to stop leveling that one. So what build do I have here? Why? What? Oh, EM. I don't have an EM one, do I? Yeah, I was using that one. I know. Okay, so she must be holding it because I do not have Xinyan. I had some kind of build for her, but I don't know if it has enough energy. I've seen one now, so I'll have to go check. Okay, 66, 233, 246 with 116 ER. Burn melt? Is that enough? Does chat know? Or should we... I don't want a Strongbox for Wanderers, though. Maybe we roll some other... Ooh, look at that. We're going to roll this piece. Let's roll this piece. Crit or miss. Let's get another prediction going. Wow, Ganyu, says Rose Witch. Yeah. Yeah, I got her pretty recently on the Chronicled banner. So I was definitely late to having Ganyu. And I know she's... Well, one, she's a charge attack bow character, which is feels really bad. At least for me. I can't dodge. I face tank everything. And also, yeah, she's just not where it's at these days. Cloud says, first you wanted to aim for Navi as a Geo DPS, but not sure if you need one in your account. Not really. Like, Navi is fine, but she's, like, the problem with Geo is it's pretty weak. Navi is not necessarily even really Geo. She's technically, she's like yellow damage. She's fine, but if you're going for powering up your account, there's a lot of other characters like Varessa and Mavuika for power. That is a miss. Varessa, Mavuika for power. Possibly even Arlecchino. All right, there's a new prediction opening up there on Twitch. Hey, Uchi, welcome in. Where would I rank Layla on best shielders list? Zhongli, Lanyan, Layla in terms of shield strength, raw shield strength. However, in terms of ease of use, probably, honestly, probably Zhongli, Layla. Lanyan's shield is very strong, but it's situationally strong against the element. So it's quite good. I like Lanyan a lot. I love her attack animations and her character design as well. It feels kind of bad because I haven't gotten a lot of chance to use her. So I need to make an effort to use Lanyan a bit more. All right, let's use this a bit more. All right, some crit rate there. Very nice. That was a crit. Let's go again. Yeah, Suchi, I'm streaming on Twitch and on YouTube, so use the the platform that suits you. But head on over; it's the same username if you want to join over on Twitch. There, ElimAgate. You can find me in the Genshin category. I've got a little Arataki Ito icon there as well. The stream title should be essentially the same. All right, so predictions are closing in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. What are we gonna get? Ooh, miss. Man, that is bad. All right, I'm going to stop now. Oh, boy, that's tough. Right, we're going to get rid of that one. We got anything else hanging out in the secret bits? What is Sethos doing with that? What is that? Hold on. Remove. Equip. Remove. Unlock. Why is this level 20? Why is that level 20? What is that piece? Okay. Well, I'll have to try this out. I'll have to try that out. Burn Melt Ganyu with my C2 Emilie now. Do I need to improve my Emilie? No. All right, Elim. Who are we leveling up? What's going on with Xiangling? She is currently in Stygian onslaught mode, it looks like. Nice pyro goblet. She's in attack mode. I don't even know for Xiangling, man. I haven't used her in a while. Who do we build? Who do we build? Don't want a strongbox for that. We'll get that passively, I think. Should we build someone else? Should I build... Did I already build Changyan? Level 70. I could build him on Blizzard. I've got this Claymore now. I've got Serpent Spine as well. Well, we won't need that with Blizzard. What are these pieces? Must be for theater. Well, hold on to that. I think emblem is the way. Can I help you with what team you should play? You have Kaya, Diluc, Yao, Lynette, Kachina, Noelle, Lisa, Dory, and Kale. Using Kaya and Diluc as a DPS. For that, Diluc and Kaya will work well together. Lynette will work in that team as well. And then you might struggle with a bit of healing. So Noelle as a shielder and healing you would be a good fourth one for the early game. So if you haven't come across it yet, it would be worth your time to go and learn the elemental system, which this Temple of the Lion here has some trials where they sort of teach you what the interactions are. Long story short, you know, cryo, so ice plus fire equal more damage, bigger number. So that's why Diluc and Kaya would go well together. Diluc being a 5-star, he's going to be doing bigger numbers. So your idea would be that you'd use other characters together to make your Diluc stronger. So I recommend doing that. But yeah, from the characters you've listed, Diluc, Kaya, Lynette, Noelle, and then use Noelle as a bit of a healer. Unless you've got you should have Barbara as well. You could use Barbara if you need just a straight up healer in the early game. But the shield from Noelle might be enough. But when you don't have constellations on Noelle, her healing is pretty tough. Whereas Barbara can heal the whole team. So it depends on what you're needing. So consider Barbara as well. But yeah, definitely from who you've listed, stick with Diluc for your damage dealer for now, and then when you get someone a bit better. So Yao is quite good. She's an amazing healer. Yao is, and I've got a little how to build Yao guide over on my YouTube, like a beginner guide. So if you want to head on over there and just search that channel for Yao. My guide there is it's designed for people who are just getting started in the game. So hopefully it's pretty accessible for you. Yao is a great healer for you. The trouble is with Pyro, you're going to do what's called burning. And when you're new to the game, learning how everything works and you're running around the overworld, you might burn yourself to death very frequently. So I don't necessarily recommend putting Dendro and Pyro together unless you're careful. However, Yao is an extremely strong healer. And yeah, if you want to go for her, there are some other teams you could do as well. Like you could do like Yao, Kale, Lisa, Barbara, and do a little bit of Hyper Bloom stuff, which is actually extremely strong. Just Lisa's a bit janky, so you'd have to get used to playing her in that role. So those are options for you as well. Okay, I'm having trouble deciding. Who do we have here? Not official. Chevreuse on tenacity, huh? How's my tenacity? Bad? Hold on. Well, if you have tenacity, did I rob you? Did I rob Zhongli? No. Good. So my policy is I don't take artifacts from other characters. So once they're built. Like if they're not built, like you saw I had Xin Yan. She's not built, she's just holding stuff. So yeah, once they're built, they own their stuff forever. Except for weapons. Except for weapons. That's the HP bow. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? Albedo? How's Albedo doing these days? We got lots of golden troop. I got some leftover golden troop. That one can be used as fodder. Here we go. Defense double crit. Let's roll this one, chat. Mona is the best healer? No. Let's not mix up the new folks. Mona's not a healer. Prototype Amber is a craftable weapon you can get, but that does not make Mona a healer. All right, 10 seconds left for predictions for crit or miss. When was the last time I used a Geo unit? Well, I am a bit of a Geo main. I like Arataki Ito. I force myself to play Geo. I do it as often as I can, but lately it's been on floor 11 in the Spiral Abyss because Geo's just not strong. Cloud. So it's a tough situation because I really like Ito. I've got him C2 and I've got his premium team and it's as strong as it can be, but it just doesn't compete with what they've been doing. Oh, 5x. Holy moly. I don't know which one was a crit, so I'm going to count the next one. Oh, okay, that was a miss. Miss. Amber is not a healer. Come on now, we got a genuine new player. Let's be nice. All right, we got another prediction going here for 30 seconds. Qiqi's a healer. Yep, Qiqi actually heals quite a bit, and yeah, she if you need a healer, she does do a good job at that. But they didn't list having Qiqi yet, so don't go for Qiqi. Am I getting Durin? You want him, but you want Columbina more. Well, stay strong and keep your Primo Gems safe if you want them both. I think Durin. I think having Arlecchino, Zhongli, and then Durin is a way to drain everyone's Primo Gems before. So I think Durin won't be bad. I think he'll be fine. But I suspect Columbina will be excellent. So I would say if you can't get both, get Columbina. But I'll be getting Durin on at least one of my accounts, if not two. I am fortunate. I have 5 accounts of my own, 2 others that I play. So that's 7 accounts. So I'm never too stressed about who I'm getting on any one account because odds are good that I can get them on at least one. That's the purpose of having so many. All right, that is a crit. Let's go on the next one. We got another prediction up. She can't kill a boar. Yeah, Amber never improves, but we've had some dedicated Amber mains come through the channel, and technically speaking, the nice thing about Genshin is if you put enough resources in and you get enough good characters to help carry them, anyone can clear, right? But it's not necessarily just because of Amber. All right, predictions are closed. Let's get the next one going. What are we going to get here? All right, that is defense. That is a miss. Let's go again. We've got another prediction open. Can I get, well, I guess we'll roll this one. Well, Albedo's on pretty sad stuff right now because he got leftovers. We'll see what we can get for Albedo here. Mr. Chalk. I wish I could have done that quest. I had to watch that one on YouTube. Amber was one of the best characters in the first Stygian. Yeah, she does a lot of pyro application because of the no ICD thing. That's for sure. All right, another crit damage. All right. That's juicy. Let's do the next one. Can we get another crit rate or crit damage on this one? I don't know. Let's find out. We got 20 seconds on that prediction. Yeah, I think for general usage, like, you're going to struggle with Amber unless you're extremely late game or you're able to augment with real money with 5-star weapons and stuff. All right, let's send it. All right, that is a miss. Oh no. All right, we will send this one to 20 though. I think it's fine. One more prediction. Yeah, I don't have Qiqi on this account. I've got her on my other one, the one that doesn't have albedo. So I'm not going to be able to do any sort of family situation, but I will be getting Alice on the account that has Qiqi. That way she can be there with another mage hat. I can have Alice, Qiqi, I guess Mona. Who else has a mage hat? Anyone? Maybe Nicole? If Nicole has a mage hat as well. All right. Crit rate. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all for albedo. All right. So that is good for him. Hold on. Is that? No, she needs the ER. What is my Chiori wearing? 12 crit rate. Yeah, she probably needs the crit rate. Okay. Defense, double crit. That's not terrible. Crit rate with defense. He probably needs the crit rate is what I'm thinking because he's on the flute, right? Man, look at those stats. That's pretty sad. Geogoblets. Geogoblets are the bane of my existence. What do we got? Do you have any good Geogoblets just hanging out? Geo double crit. Look at that. We're going to roll that one. Let's start a crit or miss. If you saw someone name their child Qiqi and they burn the house down, whose fault is it? The father or that wouldn't be great. That wouldn't be great. In any event. Hello, Toxic. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, Yusuf asked a little while ago, did I play from release? No, I started in Sumeru, actually, just as the Nahida banner was ending in late 2022. So my account's just about 3 years old, this one that I'm on now. But I've played very consistently since the beginning of that time. I think I've only missed like 2 days. Oh boy, that's a miss. That is a miss. Let's choose outcome or start a new prediction. So I will be doing as well like a 3-year review on my account as well. So I've got some ideas on how I'll structure that and kind of show off what I've got and talk about that. We'll call him be the new meta. Yeah. So Genshin is a gacha game, so like a game based on, random chance and having the new characters releasing over time. Generally speaking, the new characters will be more and more powerful over time. They did a really good job of managing that by not making the other ones feel too much worse over time, but in the last year or so, specifically the last year, they basically took the brakes off and basically, if it's a new character, that is terrible. If it's a new character, it's going to be stronger. If you're deciding, do I wish for the old character or the new character, and your goal is power, definitely get the new character. Now, I am a very big believer that you should get who you like, not necessarily who's strong or powerful. How do I just have such terrible items? Are we crafting a new item for... No, I'm not going to craft another goblet. Look at that. All right, well, we're gonna... Don't ask. Don't ask. Is Ning Wong ready? Is she done? Did I build her? Ning Wong. Is she built? She is... Why is she unscoured? Didn't she have Solar Pearl? Yanfei has Solar Pearl because I switched the weapon. Okay. Better. Okay. All right. Who else are we going to strongbox for then, chat? Who else are we going to strongbox for? How's Chiori doing? Chiori has Miss Splitter, 67, 197. I mean, she could have a... She needs a Geoguessr. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're strongboxing Golden Troop. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. In 1.0, when Venti was DPS material, I mean... I wasn't there for that. Solar Pearl matches Ningguang's design. Yeah, there's some other like Memory of Dust things that look really cool, but man, don't get them. I feel like I should. I feel like I should get some more emblem, but let's let Chiori eat a little bit. Nope. 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 Wow. EM double crit ER. Hello, Nahida off piece. Nope. HP double crit attack. Max rolls. Okay. We're going to roll that one. Hello, Rose. And is it... I'm going to say preciously. Hello, welcome in. Thanks for joining from YouTube. Doing a bit of strongboxing now on my account. Trying to decide who to power up and decided on Chiori. Now this is crit damage. This is all usable stats by Chiori, so but no, I need the crit rate as well, so I'm going to unlock that. We'll see who we can power up. I don't need an attack double crit on that. For hats, crit rate, crit damage is where it's at. Look at that, 4-line EM double crit. We'll save that for Nahida off piece. No, same thing there. No, 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 and no. We're looking for crit rate, crit damage, ER on a hat, preferably. Defense, double crit, ER. That could be good with Farina. So we'll save that. No crit rate on that one. So I'm going to unlock that. That's not a bad piece per se. But, yeah, we're looking... Oh, there's a juicy one. Defense, double crit, or HP, double crit. No ER, but we'll deal with that. Let's do one more here. You're pulling with for Arlecchino with only 60 pulls. You need to grind. How far into pity are you? Currently just kind of strongbox. I was at 1,800 artifacts. Strongboxing for kind of whoever. My account is pretty late game, so I've got a build on Chiori, but just kind of improving whoever we've got. HP double crit. We'll give that to Farina if we can, and seeing how things go here. Three pity. Oh yes, if you're looking to get Arlecchino, get at least another 15 or so. Ooh, look at that. HP double crit. I'll take that. HP Sands, no. At least so you can get to pity, but if you're on a 50-50, then ooh, that's going to be a bit of a slog. So Arlecchino's still quite strong, though. All right. I tell you what. I want some Crimson Witch just to have it. So we're gonna see if I can Crimson Witch it up. We're just going to do it. No one in particular. We're just going to see what we get. Can we get some double crit EM? That's an attack hat. Nope. This account has no Crimson Witch whatsoever. That's not terrible, but it's only single crit. EM, HP, crit rate. All right, I'll keep that one for later, just in case. In case I ever pull a good old Hu Tao. Or Gaming's build actually works out. And MoFam, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you being here on Twitch. Attack double crit with ER. All right, well, we can do Vaporize Farina, I guess, on Crimson. So we'll cope a little bit with that piece. Although I do have Sit Lolly, so I wouldn't necessarily do that. I'd do Melt instead, but we can't be picky at this point. This is our first crit rate hat. Crit rate, attack, and EM. I'll hold on to that for now. But some of these other ones, we're not going to cope that hard. That's how I got in trouble with all those pieces just hanging out and locked forever, never getting rolled. Like that. We don't need that physical one. Electro, crit damage, and ER. 4-line start, maybe for someone. I mean, that's a Geo crit damage. It's a 4-line start. I'm going to hold on to that because my Geo goblets are in a pretty sad state. Normally you wouldn't. That's double min roll. No ER. We'll hold on to those though. Double crit. Nothing to scoff at there. Attack, double crit, EM. Let's go. Hey, Muster. Is New Farina, Sucrose, and Qiqi. New Farina, Sucrose. So Sucrose will give you the shred. If you have Jean or Cloud Retainer or Charlotte, like some kind of healer to build up fanfare quickly would be good for that team. And having the Viridescent shred with Sucrose isn't bad. However, you get a little bit more use out of someone else, like Jean. Qiqi is probably wasted there. I would use like Fischl if you have her, Raiden or Roron. It'll accomplish the same thing of giving you the Draconic stack. And if you have another healer, you'll be building up those fanfare stacks. Am I reviewing builds? Yeah, so we're doing the Strongboxing now, and then I've got some in the queue here on Twitch. So we'll do some before we end, or before we're, go on to the next thing. So just taking it pretty casual today. So just hang on out, and we'll get there. All right, no. Ooh, look at that. Attack double crit. Flower, I like it. Could use some EM there, but no. Can we get a Pyro double crit EM on Crimson? Ah, that would be the dream, wouldn't it? Precious says they want Skirk, Arlecchino, Yaimiko, and Loma. Yeah. From that list, Loma will be the most useful probably for the longest time because of where Nodcry is. Like, it's going to be the year of Nodcry characters. Arlecchino is the next strongest one. Skirk is strong if you get everyone else, but you'll need a lot of characters for that. Ooh, that's a juicy one. Max roll, decently, like a mid roll there. It goes 21 and 23, so it's not 16. That's a good piece though. 4-line start. Skirk requires a lot of other characters to be super duper strong, but she can be strong. Yaimiko's definitely had her. I guess she never really had her time to shine. I shouldn't say that, but she's got a lovely design and she can still work. I've still put her in teams and made use of Yaimiko. So if you love Yaimiko's design, don't let that turn you away. ER, double crit, attack, EM. All right, I'll save that just for... I think my Raiden piece is pretty decent, but we'll hold on to that. You started playing right after Loma's banner. So the way that they typically do the banners with the new characters is about 4 months or so later. They're very likely to rerun. So I guess that means maybe February or so. So if you're looking for Loma, you really like Loma, yeah, just hang on. In February, when it's the Lunar New Year, they will do what's called the Lantern Rite, which has a lot of additional bonus polls for you. Look at that EM goblet. Hold on. I'll hold on to that just because it's got 3 usable stats. I'm not going to cope. Dendro double crit with EM, max roll, mid roll, mid roll. All right, it's 4 line start nonetheless. So Lantern Rite gives a lot of bonus polls as well. So if she does run then, you've got a good chance of getting that. So yeah, the best thing is have patience. Play for the long game, right? That's why I say like don't get burned out. Oh, look at that EM double crit attack. That should be pretty handy for like a Diluc. Play for the long game and just take your time and just enjoy over time. I enjoy having quite a big Primo Gem stash built up so I can absolutely guarantee who I want rather than running out of Primo Gems when I'm pulling, because that feels bad. Like if you lose a 50-50 and then you can't get the character you really want. So I'm a very patient person. A lot of people are saying Loma will rerun a long time later. They don't know. I can tell you after playing for 3 years now, maybe, maybe not. With as strong as she is and as many accounts as I've seen her on, I would strongly doubt that they don't rerun her soon. Emilie is a character I really like. Took over a year to rerun for the very first time, but almost no one pulled Emilie. Pretty much every person I've seen pulled Loma, which tells me they're probably going to get her on a banner as soon as they can, because they released Nefer, and Nefer and Loma really want to be together. So for people who are in your situation, if you got Nefer and you don't have Loma, you want Loma to come back. So they're smart about that. They know what they're doing. So I would personally bet on Loma coming back sooner rather than later. Crabs praying for Skirk Escoffier rerun. Yeah, I think Escoffier will probably rerun pretty soon as well. Similar situation where, again, pretty high value character who also, honestly for her, that's a good hoot out piece, but minimum roll, minimum roll, minimum roll. I don't think Escoffier sold nearly as well as Loma, personally, from just anecdotally. I have no idea. I don't have any insight into their sales numbers. Just in seeing the way players reacted, there was a lot of people who were just not getting it. And then they got Skirk and were like, how come Skirk doesn't do damage? Well, her damage is kind of like, not that she doesn't do damage, she just does a lot more with Escoffier. When do I think Kokomi's rerun will be, Toxic asks? Kokomi's not getting a rerun. Kokomi was just on the Chronicled banner. She's probably never coming back. She's going to be on the Chronicled banner more than a year. So if you like Kokomi, probably more than a year. Hello, Midori. Welcome in. And Jake, good to see you. You have C0R1 Emilie at level 20. Oh! Hold on. And we interrupted the Strongbox session to show you. Emilie. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's do something goofy. Where's the... Let's do something goofy. Oh, this was my Qiqi meme team, but here. Let's do... Where's Kazuha?
Sounds good to me.
Let's do... Yeah, I'll do the Qiqi meme team. Where's Qiqi? There she is.
I will.
All right, what are you on? You are on the wrong weapon. Let's give you that. Are you still on your Deepwood set? You are. Why are you on HP? Where's your Pyro? There you go. Pyro. Crit And attack. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. We're going to go here. Don't use this team. However, I have to do it. I have to do it. Where is Qiqi? There you are. There you are. Kazuha and Bennett. Sure. Sure. What's this team? This team is hilarious and fun. That's what this team is. Oh, we're not going to get burning against this guy, but it's okay. I'm going to go, hello. Pyro Qiqi. We'll get through this guy. Ignore it. I can't burn this guy. Not my fault. It'll be more impressive when the Abyss isn't so dramatic against what I'm trying to do here. Okay. It'll be a little more impressive now. Whee! Look at all the Dendro numbers. Get him! Why am I not getting Dendro particle at the minute? I mean, it's not the fastest time, but that's enough. That's enough to clear the first side when it's designed not for it. So, yeah. I like a good Emily thing. All right. Back to the Strongbox. Imagine with Arlecchino instead of Qiqi. Never trust the Fatui. Never trust the Fatui. All right. Can we get a Pyro Goblet? I'm starting to get into the ones I worry about here. Let's find out. That is not Pyro. HP double crit. I'll hold on to that. Hydro double crit. I'll take that. 4-line start. We'll roll that one as an off piece. Oh. Oh well. I'm not going back. I will say, Sandrone, if she's Geo, might break, I might need to get some Fatui propaganda going because she's looking awesome. Those robots in the story, no spoilers because we do have a new person here. However, wasn't that great? Reverse says, always trust the sinner instead. Oh, no, I don't want to send any of those. Let's go down here. I'm going to hold all those pieces. Maybe I should be strongboxing a little bit of Blizzard as well. Cryo double crit EREM. All right. Don't need an attack hat. No. Okay. We are getting towards the end, chat. If you get Arlecchino, you can just stockpile Primos for the reruns. Yeah, and if you are going for Arlecchino, I must warn you, especially if you're free-to-play, Precious, do not, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not wish on that weapon banner. That weapon banner is bad. It's bad. Do not wish on that weapon banner. Arlecchino has an option which is completely free, which is the white tassel. It's not the most amazing thing in the world. However, it is better than the Vortex Vanquisher. which is on the weapon banner. And if you lose on the weapon banner and you get that fate point, it doesn't transfer over between patches. So be very, very, very careful about that. Don't go for the weapon. Get your Arlecchino character, get the white tassel, and then someday you might get another spear, like a Jadewing spear, to have, in which case just use that instead. Yeah, if you've got Jadewing, brilliant. Brilliant. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, surely that clip doesn't exist. Surely that clip doesn't exist in your streams. I would never say something about trusting the Fatui, or being a Tartaglia main. That doesn't sound like me. It must be AI, clearly. I don't know. Oh, we're getting towards the end. Not a single pyro goblet. Well, we got a pyro goblet. It just wasn't good. All right, what can we get here? No. No. All right, can we build Melt Diluc? Plunge Melt Diluc? I don't know. All right, that's the best pyro goblet we got. At least it has crit rate. Ooh, that's juicy. Crit rate, crit damage, ER. Let's go. That's a piece. All right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. All right, we are at the end, chat. We are down into the crimson pieces. Is this for Stygian? No, this is just because I had full artifacts, so I'm just emptying my inventory. I don't have anyone in particular in mind. No specific goals. Just having a bit of fun today. What about fate point transferring between phases? You wanted Furina's weapon, but you got Nefer's. No. They do not transfer between phases either. When the banner changes, that fate point goes away. So if you've got any Primos Toxic and you still want that weapon, you need to just drop it all in, which is why the weapon banner is extremely risky. The good news is that catalyst, although it is specific to Nefer, is quite good in that it gives a lot of crit damage and a little bit of crit rate for everyone else. And then if you get Nefer, it's even better because it gives even more crit damage and obviously the passive as well. So that's got 2 stats. I'm going to hold on to that one for now. So it's still a good result. This was a good weapon banner because both of them are pretty decent. Furina's weapon is a bit of a trap for her. It looks amazing, but it's really tough to use because you want to have a lot of energy recharge on Furina. And so it's pretty hard to balance around as far as the stats go. Yeah, it's a nice one as well. Ooh. Lots of flowers and feathers that turned out pretty nice, but I would love to get an EM double crit or a pyro goblet with double crit. Muster says you've won most of your 50/50s. You only have 4 standards. Oh my goodness. You watch my Nefer polling. How am I so calm when I get her? I try and be a bit calm. I don't get too much shouting. Ooh, EM double crit. That's nice. Oh, that's another juicy one. All right, we got some good pieces, but pyro goblets are going to be... We might have to craft one. Crafting a crimson pyro goblet in 2025? Question mark? I don't know. No, we'll craft like a geo goblet or something. No. Or if I get good pieces for everything else, I could like craft an emblem pyro goblet and then share it with Xiongling. I don't like artifact sharing, but I'm willing to make an exception if I'm crafting, I guess. We'll have to see. I really don't like like having to move stuff around, so. Hey, Social, am I doing character reviews? I will later. So I've got some in the queue right now, but right now we're just doing some Strongboxing. And then, yeah, we'll get to that a bit later. So I will do them, just not now, so hold on. All right, what do we got there? No. That's a 4. I mean, I don't want to cope too hard because I'm resources are only so. They only go so far, and I can already see my pieces getting low. Yeah, we are at the bottom. Okay. Not a pyro goblet to be seen. Double crit ER, not bad. Coming will like that. No. All right, good. Lots of flowers and feathers. How am I so calm when pulling? Yeah, I don't do a ton of shouting in my life, just in general. You know, just me. Yeah, that's it. I have fun, and you know, hopefully the joy comes through my smile and reaction. But yeah, appreciate you checking those videos out, and yeah, it's have a good time. I also preciously I have 5 accounts of my own. And so when I get to poll, it is very exciting, but yeah, I try and preserve my voice and all that good stuff as well. Do I regret pulling any characters? I try not to regret pulling characters, but I will say, Toxic is asking on YouTube if I regret pulling any characters. I do have a regret, and it is genuinely the only regret I have. I'll show you. Now, early on when I got started, Raiden was fine. National helped me clear the abyss quite a bit. What I regret is pulling for C3 and R1. That's what I regret. If I could have all these Primo Gems back, 100%, I would send them all back. All of them. I would get rid of the character from the account. It's not that she's bad. It's just that she hasn't been good for a very, very long time. So yeah, it's just to me, it's not worth it. I would have picked someone else. Like, I wasn't super keen to get Flynn's, but he is like there. I'll show you. Hold on 1 second. Look at my team name here. And he's much stronger. My C, well, he was stronger at C0. He was stronger than C3 Raiden at C0 without his signature weapon. At C1, he is significantly stronger. So yeah, and this, by the way, is not the team. So just ignore the fact that she's here. I had to resonate with Geo for the theater. So, this was actually my friendship team at one point. Where is Fischl? There she is.
In the
Something
name
like
of
that.
the princessin.
Yeah, male Raiden. Yeah. All right, let's build up Diluc, and so you got Serpent Spine on. Oh, I already had a Pyro Goblet. Wow, look at all these goblets. They're all HP and Hydro. Okay. Okay. All right, that one's already leveled. What do we got for like EM? Ooh, that one's looking pretty juicy. I got an EM single crit. Big EM there. Do I have a 4-line with EM? No. 3-line with EM. Attack double crit. That's a 4-line now. There we go. Ready those channel points, chat. Ready those channel points, because we are going to be doing some crit or miss. We've got some pieces to roll. We have some pieces to roll indeed. Oh, look at that one. I already had some crimson. I thought I had no crimson. Beautiful. All right. Let's start a prediction. Crit or Miss is open on Twitch. We need to lament. We will be lamenting. How do I have so many artifacts? Well, I play each day, and when I am not building a character or getting Mora or whatnot, I go and I farm Mara Chassé and Golden Troop. That's what I do. In over 1,000 days, and over 3 years of playing, or well, almost 3 years of playing, I should say. It'll be 3 years on the 2nd of December. I think there's only been 2 days where I did not use my resin. Except for the extreme early game, like when I didn't know what resin was or primos were, I've never resin refreshed. So I don't resin refresh, just as a general thing. I just use my resin whenever I have it, and I don't let it go to waste. So that's, it's just a matter of how much you're able to play. If you're able to prioritize those. Hello, Yuli. Welcome in. Knight of Kavilat. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Yuli. Glad you're here. Help me build my Kave. help me build my Kave. Like a real Kave team that I can actually use. Let's do that after we roll these Diluc artifacts, okay? All right, crit. That is a crit. We'll get another prediction open. I just rolled some of my first Crimson Witch. Could you imagine? I have 5 accounts, and I don't really have Crimson Witch on any of them. So I started playing. I didn't have Hutel. I don't really like Diluc, but, I've got Gaming. I do like Gaming, but I just have coped with Mara Chassé, which is fine. Mara Chassé is great, but I figured it's time to get some nicer equipment. And this year's Lantern Rite, I'll be able to get C6 Gaming. So at the very least, I'll build it for Diluc now, and then, do something else later. All right, predictions are closed. Let's see, can we get another crit? Hey, another crit. That's awesome. Fantastic. Another prediction is open. Get those channel points. Spending. Step 1 for... Oh, the body. Oh, come on. Be nice. Welcome in. Goodness me. All right. We got 15 seconds on these predictions. Get those channel points. Spread the love around. You can use them for a guaranteed redemption or just for fun, obviously, as well. 5 seconds left, and we'll see. Can we get a big crit? My first Crimson set ever. First Crimson set ever! Crit damage. Let's go! That was even before it ended. Sorry about that. Let's go for another one is open. Crit or Miss is open. This is already a great piece. Man, what a Hu Tao piece, right? EM, HP, double crit. Dory instead. I have cleared Abyss with Dory. I have Dory built on my my alt account. I think I have her mostly built on this one. She's C6, but yeah, I built Dory on at least 2 accounts, maybe 3. All right, predictions are closed. Loma and Yai is good for some reason. Yeah, so Hyper Bloom is amazing. Loma makes Hyper Bloom really, really good, and Yai can be a good Hyper Bloom trigger. All right, crit damage again. A little bit of a low roll, but that's all right. Crit, last one. Can we make this one of the best pieces on the account? It's looking pretty good. Can we get it? What's the max that this can be? 10.9 times 2, 19.4. Plus 7.8. It can be 49 crit value. Can we get 49 crit value? What do you think, chat? Get those channel points in. All right. Here we go. Big crit. 7.8 crit damage or 3.9 crit rate. Full send. Let's go! Fantastic! What a piece! Holy moly! Don't even have Hu Tao. Wow! 46.6 crit value total with HP and EM. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is probably the highest crit value piece on the entire account. You saw it here. You were there. All right. Now this one, max crit damage, max crit rate, and mid elemental mastery, but 4 lines start. Let's get more predictions open for this one. Can we do the same here? Keep in mind, I'm on a 5-piece on Crimson Witch at the moment, so whatever this build is can be quite crazy. Let's get... Oh, did I not? Yeah, 7.8 crit damage is max, 3.9 crit rate is max. No matter what happens, don't give this to Klee or Mondstadt will be in... Yeah, Klee, unfortunately, as it turns out, yeah, her ability to react is pretty limited because she applies so much pyro. But on the off chance she does melt, boy, that would be wild. All right, we got predictions are closed. We'll send it. Crit damage. All right, minimum roll, but that's okay. That's still crit. Let's send another one. We've got another 30-second prediction open for crit or miss there. Hello, Ishuan. Welcome in. I do have a redemption available for character reviews. It's a 15-minute timer, and I'm going to be doing those shortly. So there's a bit of a queue at the moment for those. But yeah, I can do the character reviews. Just drop your UID and character in that when it's available on the cooldown, okay? I'm live on Twitch and on YouTube, preciously. So twitch.tv/ElimAgate. The same name is there on YouTube. And likewise, if anyone wants to check out the other side for some videos and whatnot that I post over on the YouTube channel, I'll have a beginner's guide to Arlecchino coming out for the next banner. And I posted an Imaginarium Theater one as well. Yeah, if you want to go over there and check those out, by all means, would appreciate it. And the biggest thing that helps is watch time. So if you open it up and watch it, that's great. What's not helpful is if you start watching it and then click off. Like that's not great. So if you're not going to watch it, you know, totally fine. You don't have to. But please don't go and click and then close. That hurts my heart. All right, let's get this going. All right, that's EM. That's a miss, but, you know, it's still not bad. We do like EM. We want some EM. That determines whether or not we're using a EM Sans, I suppose. Which character am I going to be reviewing? Someone asked for a Mavuika, an Overload Mavuika. Yeah, the Imaginarium Theater one. Like, I noticed, like, a lot of people who drop by chat, with streams and stuff, if you're on a Genshin stream, you are probably already like significantly more advanced in terms of how you play and how you interact with the content than many players. And so I wanted to make something that was like, for someone who's just getting started, like, what is this thing? Like, what actually is this? So hopefully it answers some of that. That's another minimum roll, but it is still crit. Oh, that's tough. All right, let's get another prediction open. We've got 30 seconds going again. And we'll see where the build is at. And I think the next one, we might use some fodder on that because I don't like my potions going under 1,000 there. I got to catch up to Vela. Vela's got like, 10,000 potions and 11,000 purple books. I don't have that many purple books. Oh boy. All right. Predictions are closed. Ah, that is a miss. All right. That's too bad. So do I want to keep rolling this? What other piece do I have? I'll hold on to it. This one can become fodder, I guess. I guess I don't need the 84 EM. This one. All right. I'm going to roll this one. And the way this is going to work is if it gets, I'm going to do another prediction. If it gets 34 crit value or above, I'm going to count it as crit. Under 34, it will be a miss. So for those who don't know, crit value is the crit damage, crit rate times 2. times 2 plus crit damage. So if it was 20 crit rate, it would be 40 crit value. That's how that, and then add the crit damage. So plus 7 would be 47. For example, it could never actually be exactly 20. But anyhow, that's how that works. So if it gets 34 or above, I'm going to count this prediction as crit. Let's send this all at once. What do we got? All right. And there we go. Is that already 34 crit? It should be. 5 times 2 plus 14. That is 35 crit value. So that is a crit. So let's do one more prediction for crit or miss for the final level. That's pretty solid, especially if it lands on pretty much anything. Probably some crit damage for the balance. Although, if it's crit rate, if I skew crit rate, then I can wear like a crit damage circlet or something. Interesting. All right, 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds on the predictions there on Twitch for the channel points. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Crit damage, let's go. And it was a maximum roll as well. What a piece. What a piece. So that is, yeah, let's figure that one out, shall we? 5 times 2 plus 21.8. 42.8 crit value here. Let's go. Let's go. What a piece. Holy. Okay, so we got a flower. We've got a feather. We've got an attack goblet. Now, chat, help me cook. Help me cook. If I'm going to do something on Crimson, am I going to be wanting an EM Sands or try and get EM only from substats for, say, Diluc or Gaming? Generally, I would do an EM Sands with some attack subs. But, yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, there's an EM with crit rate, maybe. So we could try that. But this is 4 line, so I mean, maybe it goes super, super high there. You just need to figure out if your beard is your luck or your hair is your bad luck. Yeah, and Yuli, it seems like I'm lucky. Maybe I should pull. Let me tell you what, I could pull up my pulling history. It is not great. This is my cursed account. This is my least lucky account when it comes to pulling. Elim, we've learned Elim has great luck and you should never gamble. Yeah. Oh boy, it's certainly something. All right, we'll roll this. We'll see how the attack sands goes. How's that? Start prediction. Crit or miss. 30 seconds is up there, and we are on a 5-piece as well. So if we ever need to change, what stats do we need for Diluc? You don't usually play Diluc these days, Raiden, but it's either going to be attack pyro. It's probably going to be attack pyro crit. So attack on this one, pyro damage on this one, and either crit rate or crit damage on this one. Depending on the team. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can get here and see. We can actually test it out. I have not actually built there. So we'll miss that. I've not actually built a Diluc, like seriously. So we're going to see how this goes. Start prediction, crit or miss again. Preciously asks, what are your thoughts on Millie Astra? You hate it. If you hate it, don't play it. I think it's fine. It's certainly, I've been forgetting to just log in and even play it. Maybe I should do that today. I made a Millie Astra level. If you want to check that out, I'll drop the stuff in the chat there. Stand by. Blink, and anyone can join. If you like. If you do the Millie Astra stuff, have a go. See what you think. And yeah, you can give it the old thumbs up. Yeah, I did make it a little nicer. And I actually watched some people playing it as well. And I realized as a PC player, I have quite the advantage because it was not a challenge for me, but I watched some other people play and I do love that about video games is like everyone can play, and I want to challenge the assumption when someone says, "Oh, we need harder content. We need harder content." Like, not everyone can play at a super top level, and that's totally fine. So I'm glad that there's options for content for folks to enjoy. Oh boy. Okay, so that is a miss. I'm gonna keep going on this because I do want some EM in the build. We got another prediction up for crit or miss. Certain platforms are challenging on PC. Yeah, and like some of them are very difficult. I tried to make mine like just enough so it wasn't impossible to miss. Like, I made all the surfaces climbable so that if you do miss, you can at least latch on and climb up, which will just slow you down a little bit. And I tried to make it not too janky. Some of the ones I've tried, I think they're fun, but I grew up playing Mario and Sonic, and I'm quite good at platformers and have good reaction time. So the frustration for me comes from actually the controls with Melee Astra aren't nearly as good as an actual platform. Toxic, there's no queue on YouTube for reviews. So when I start doing the reviews, what I'll do is I'll ask for the YouTube viewers to go ahead and drop their UID at that time. So just hold on for now. Wow, EM again. Just hold on for now, and we'll. All right, we've got to see this to the end. I've got an EM Sans here, chat. I've got an EM Sans here. All right. We've got to send it now. We've got to see how this turns out. 10 seconds left on the final roll. Or no, 2 more rolls. This is a 4-line start. Okay, we can still get a decent amount. How are we going to get? All right, we finally got some crit. It was a minimum roll, though. 5.4. That is a crit. And we'll do our last prediction now. 30 more seconds. And we'll see how we go. Like for the little ones with 4 legs, for some reason your Mannequina doesn't want to grip onto those. And also it has a bug where instead of jumping, you go straight to gliding. Yeah, the running forward and stopping, specifically, like I intentionally made the platforms larger because I noticed the movement of the characters doesn't feel the same as it does in regular Genshin. It feels a little more janky. All right, let's roll this last one. Predictions are closed. Defense. Ooh, that's unfortunate. All right, that is a miss. All right, well, that piece, that's certainly a piece. That's already leveled, but we are in a 5-piece. Let's have a look at our build. What? Okay, hold on. New hat. Do I have a crit damage hat? All right. You saw nothing. Do I have a good Diluc? Chat, do I have a good Diluc? What is this? All right, hold on. All right, let's sit lolly. Where are you at, girl? Where's my sit lolly? The only level 85 star. Even Diluc is level 90. What's going on with that, Elim? There's Bennett.
One is fast on one's feet.
All right.
Try to keep pace.
Let's see. Very low on attack. He's got an attack sans. I mean, what are we meant to do? Hold on. Who robbed you? Why did that happen? Interesting. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Plunge, melt, Diluc. That's right. That's right. The only way to play. It's only C2. Oh, the other thing I need to do is check his talents. Have I actually leveled his talents? Maybe I did. It's Sunday, right? Yes. All right. Why not Farina instead of Sitlolly? Melt? Question mark? 20% res reduction. I mean, the fanfare is good, but my Farina's C0. Yeah, but I don't have another Claymore that would be like I've got the mailed flower, which I guess would give me EM. We'll see how this goes. And we've got Thrilling Tales, so. Oh boy. Whee! 200k? Okay. Hey!
Everybody stand back!
Get out of here. You know the best character for this domain, Noodlet.
Show no mercy!
Do I even have oh, I've got her weapon on. I suppose I could give her Thrilling Tales. Increase by 100, gain the thing. The current character 28% damage. Okay, so 28% damage increase, I guess. Let's find out. Oh boy, what is going on with Bennett? 228. Hold on, didn't I get you some gear? We strongboxed some. Where is your HP with ER? Oh, okay. Well, more noblesse later.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's
Doop.
stray cloud converge!
I hate these things.
You two! Time to end them!
Whee! That's a cool animation. Ito's sword looks really cool on him too. And it looks great to begin with. Oof.
Everybody stand back! Skyward!
He's one of the... Yeah, that's right. He certainly is. All right. That should be enough. I could craft like 16, right? Yeah, there we go. We'll get a skill to 8, and if we're gonna be plunging with them, do I take everything to 9? Am I actually gonna be building Diluc? Like real Diluc? Yeah, let's get double. And double. Hey, Toby, take care. Thanks for coming by today. I don't know what the plan is for the rest of the week, but I do have some time available. So, yeah, if you see me go live, I'd love to see you there. But otherwise, nothing yet planned, so just keep an eye out. Take care and sleep well. And hello, Paracetamol. Welcome in. Great to have you here today. We're just goofing around a little bit on my account. We just strongboxed for Diluc of all people, for Crimson Witch. And now I'm just going to level some talents here. What should I do? Maybe burst. Oh, I'm low on Mora. I need 3 more, and then let's go get some Mora. We'll get 3 more resistance ones. Should I do her skill or his burst first? Probably the burst. Yeah, one of the other items also had like 80 EM as well. So if I want to trade something out, I could, for sure. Oh, Bennett, you're killing me, buddy. I need to get his ER up. Oh! Pretty much only play Bennett on this account with Raiden, so I've never really noticed his actual ER. What's Diluc's defense? Not very high. Yeah, just got some pretty crazy rolls. Get out of here, big guy. We'll let Bennett get some particles for the next one. Alright, and I need to be able to craft 3. That's not enough. Hello, Yusuf Zara. Welcome in from YouTube. Great to have you here. Hope you're doing well today. Maybe these guys will jump on me. We're going to do some plunge shenanigans. Oh no, they all pushed away. 245k. My Gomming out damages that. On my other account, but on Mare. Hey! It's okay. He looks not bad. He's got level 8 talent, so we'll give him a pass. I'm building your least favorite character. He is one of my least favorites as well. He's pretty low on the list, but I don't know. I don't know what came over me. See what happens on bonus stream days? All sorts of weirdness comes out. Oh my goodness. All right, do I have enough? What's that? 4? 8. That is not enough for 3. But we're gonna see if we can get a bonus one. Come on, gambling. Oh, I had plenty. I can't do math. Yay. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, too poor. All right. Boop, 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 and boop. You know what the real fun is? I'll show you the real fun. Eh? Forget Sit Lolly.
The pleasure is all mine.
Now we're cooking. Get him, my dear. Oh, jeez. I meant to switch to Bennett. Just completely nerfed my thing. Whee! Emily killed into everything before he had a chance. Beautiful. You'll love to see it. Nope. Don't leave resources behind. All right. If I can get a crit, although I'm on a, hold on, I'm on a 5-piece. You know what I could do? I could actually go back to Serpent Spine because I'm on a 5-piece, right? We could do a crit damage hat from someone else. Yes. Okay, we can't rob anyone who's built. Ningguang is not... Oh, she was built, wasn't she? Who is not built? You are built. Okay, that's not used. Dia is not built. That was for her Echo. 25% HP. Holy moly. Crit damage, EM, attack. Crit damage. Oh, here we go. Crimson Witch. Crit damage, crit rate, ER. Should we just go to the 5-piece? I think we do. Hey, let's go. Beautiful. Oh my word. That's... Are you for real? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that way I don't have to rob Ito. That's fine. We'll do this.
That's gonna hurt.
Get him, Emily.
Fresh and floral.
Let's get his talent up. Oh, dude, look at her just explode stuff.
Everybody stand back.
Look, why do people not like Emily? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it go.
Adventure time.
Oh, it's amazing. I love it. All right, I don't want to use fragile. I'll use my 40 resin. Fabulous. Okay, so we've got an option. We've got some options. And you know, if we ever do want to rob our Dorito, we can do that. We can also do, you know, EM there, but we don't need to. I don't think we got plenty. Normal and charge attack is increased by 40% of defense, so that's actually not bad either. 74, 254 with 114. I'm not hating that. That's yeah. Either way, I think it's fine. It's fine. If the guy misses crit, delete the game. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that was fun. We've done some strong boxing, but we do have some folks who have been waiting for reviews. So why don't we go ahead and switch over and do some of those for now, and talk about some character. Okay. Oh, good. This was up. All right, we got Mike Gloria, the absolute most amazing gene I will ever lay eyes on. Here's what we're going to do, YouTube chatters. I don't have a queue system for YouTube, so hang in there. I'm going to do the Twitch reviews, which are in a queue for me. Have your UID as well as your character ready. And when I ask, once I get to the end of the Twitch ones, I'll have the YouTube ones go. We'll do one character per person on YouTube if you want when we do that, okay? So we're going to look at this gene from the Mike Gloria. All right. Ooh, level 100 gene. Mike Gloria. Okay, I wanted to ask this question. Level 100 gene. Is she capable of lifting the Fatui agent in Stygian Onslaught, the level 105 one? Like, I know you can pick her up, but I know that level plays an impact on like how much you can push them around. So I'm wondering, can you actually lift her all the way up? Also, there's an ad break, which is a bit unfortunate, so I'm not sure if you can still hear me. Ado Senpai, welcome in. Great to have you here today. My normal attack deal more than your scale. Well, yeah. You know, it's good stuff. And Crab, we'll look at that as well. We'll get through this. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing gene. What else can we say? Level 100, Constellation 6, has the outfit. I want this outfit. I do. But it's really hard for me to justify because I don't play Gene enough. It is one of my favorite outfits. I think all of the outfits that they've made are very nice. The artists just can consistently outdo themselves. It looks very, very nice. R5 Jade Cutter. I don't own a single Jade Cutter on all of the accounts that I have because it's only been on a single banner the entire time I've played. And when it was, it just wasn't possible to get it, which is, yeah, a bit unfortunate. But we're on two-piece. We've got two-piece Emblem for the ER and two-piece Viridescent for the Animo damage. 91.9 to 203. Very nice. 176 ER is fabulous. Jade Cutter at R5 as well is going to give attack based on HP, and you get 40% HP. Solid. Very, very good. This is, in fact, the best gene. I I think we've ever seen. 26 rolls of crit, 11 rolls of ER, 2 rolls of attack percent. Yeah, very, very good investment. No, you don't see any defense rolls hanging out there. Over 40 crit value there with attack and ER. Perfect piece. This is another perfect piece. Double crit ER attack. You love to see it. Double crit ER with a little bit of EM to boot if you're ever going to get a swirl. With attack percent there. Double crit with flat attack, which we don't necessarily mind. Again, you want the attack for Jean for those little bit of heals that you will be doing. But hey, great stats all around. And big ER on that piece with a bit of crit rate. Very, very good investment. I would love to know if the level 100 can pick up the operative. So it has interruption resistance, which prevents from being picked up with Jean. So, yeah, I know that has the higher resistance as well, but like the Capybara also does, I thought has some, but if you get to level 90 Jean, you can pick it up when it's level 100. So that's why I was wondering if it was a level-based factor or if it's just like a flat bonus. I haven't seen anyone who had a level 95 Jean try it, is the thing. And Toxic asked to see the Eula, so we'll show that here. So C6 Eula, 10, 10, 10, 70. Wow, 70. 70 crit rate on a Eula. This isn't a real Eula main. Real Eula mains have 10% crit rate, clearly. Very nice Eula. 27 rolls of crit overall. Amazing. And yeah, you actually managed to have ER, so you'll get your burst back. So thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Eula, Mike Gloria. Well done. All right. What's the best sword for Jean, Crab? That Jean we just saw was a DPS Jean, which is very unusual. For Jean, almost every circumstance is going to be Favonius' sword. She wants about 180 energy, and she wants to help her team by healing and the odd swirl here or there. And the way you do that, Favonius covers off 2 of those things. It has a decent amount of base attack, and it provides energy to the whole team and energy recharge for Jean. So it's like, it's the best of all worlds. It's you know, very good sword for Jean. We've got Armand with Nahida. C1 Nahida with R2 sack frags, 10, 10, 10 talents, 18 to 107 crit damage. This is an off-field build. Sacrificial fragments is used for the off-field build. If you're going to on-field, use something like a Widsith, and maybe like attack, or rather EM Dendro crit or EM crit. If you're going to do on-fielding, you are C1. I think Nahida's still, you know, her C2 is still valuable. It does still buff even the lunar teams. Is it worth getting versus a new Nodcrive thing? Probably not. I just got it, and I'm actually sad because getting C0 Loma would have been better than getting C2 Nahida, but I had committed a long time ago to getting C2 Nahida, and that's what I did. So, yeah, overall, off-field build, this is pretty classic and typical, which is EM subsat here, big EM there, and sack frags is totally fine. R1 is even fine for Nahida. She typically doesn't need the energy for the double skill, so a solid build. And we've got Zatarso has Tainari. You just got the bow today, so you decided to start building him. Amos bow. Okay. So Amos bow, unfortunately, isn't really all that amazing for anyone. Tainari, if you don't have Amos bow, he works very well with Slingshot, which is a 3-star bow. And in terms of the damage that Amos versus Slingshot put out, Amos and Slingshot are very, very comparable. And especially when you look at, excuse me, when you look at the distance requirement on the passive here, it can be a bit jank. So if you don't want to level this bow beyond level 20 and you have a Slingshot, it's not too late to level the Slingshot because the Slingshot will be more universal. As far as leveling Tainari, if you did mention you just got him, or you're just now leveling him, he's 70 out of 80. He wants to be level 90. He's C2, so you're going to, like, if you get to about 70% crit rate, you'll be sweet. So that's another thing where Slingshot's going to help you get there. He wants his normal attack talent leveled first, and then his burst. You don't really need to level his skill, but I would do like 9, 8, and then maybe 6. And you've done EM Dendro Crit, which is what he wants, and then just upgrade these pieces when you can. Double crit, double crit, double crit, that sort of thing with EM substats. Technically, attack helps him, but EM converts to attack for him. So, Slingshot is going to give you the crit damage. It's going to give you the charge damage when you're close. Amos gives it when you're far away. Have a go at that. I prefer Slingshot because typically I'm in pretty close with Tighnari. Switch to him, skill, shoot, burst, switch off. And he does a good job. He is my, besides Yelan, he is my favorite bow character. He's my favorite charge shot bow character because he's kind of quick swappy. You have Lenny's bow, but you use it on Fischl. Lenny's bow on him is also quite good stat stick. If you are not using Fischl on one of the sides, just slap that onto Tighnari and call it a day. That is a great bow. I use that on one of my Tignaris, where on the account that I have it. Another one that works as well if you have it is Skyward Harp. Again, crit, and then you're going to get that high base attack and all that other stuff. So Skyward Harp's fine. The 5-star stat sticks, so like Lenny's bow, Yelan's bow, those are all fine. But honestly, Slingshot, really, really good damage and very comparable to Amos. It's also cheaper to level because it's a 3-star. So you save a bit of Mora and stones if you level that one up. And it's basically the same performance as Amos. So unless you really want to level this one up because you like how it looks, in which case, cool. But a good start nonetheless. And we have a Mavuika from Crab. We've got a level 90, friendship level 10, C2R1 Mavuika. Nice. She's going to be bringing the pain. We are on 58, so 98.8 to 233 on attack, pyro, and crit. Now, you're not going to be getting EM from here, but do you have Sit Lolly on your showcase? You don't. I saw some cons on another character. If you're getting enough EM transfer from someone else, it's totally fine. You have Sit Lolly. Do you have like C2 plus Sit Lolly? Generally speaking, for most people, you will pretty much always do way more, like infinitely more damage. Not infinitely, but a lot more damage with an EM Sans. Even a bad EM Sans will probably outcompete this. Like 20 crit damage, no crit rate, EM Sans, you're probably going to do 50 to 100k more damage. Minimum. Because those melts, especially from her burst, like when you're melting, just your average damage goes way up. You've got very low EM as it is. You want to get, if you can, you want to be at least like 200. 200 to about 350 would be amazing. So all you need to do that is just switch for an EM Sans. Call it a day. If you get EM transfer, because you're at C0, so you're not getting it from Sit Lolly. If for some reason you don't have Xilonen, then you could like use Sucrose or something else. This build for Overload would be quite good because obviously the attack, the EM doesn't do as much there. So use this one for Overload Mavuika, and if you're going to be using Melt with Sit Lolly, then I would suggest just swap that one piece there. And all of the attack, that's the other thing, is all of the attack substats as well. While they're not bad, they're just not as useful. The reason being is like, you'll notice if you go and you check your stats, like if you go and do your rotation, set it up, Bennett Circle, Xilonen, Sit Lolly, if you check your stats, you're going to have like 5,500 attack. So the extra 14% like attack, like that's not going to add that much, where adding a little bit of EM would add a lot of damage. So maybe your Sit Lolly has like instructor, so you could do like Xilonen on the scroll and Sit Lolly on instructor for a little bit of EM. That's one way you could get EM transfer without changing anything. I'm pretty lazy, so I don't like running instructor because the 4-star artifact thing. So I just run scroll on both of them, Xilonen and Sit Lolly with TDDS and EM Sands. I've got C0. I get like 4,500 attack and 1.3 million or so on my hit. Your C2, you should probably hit for like 2.2, something like that. It's a good amount. That's a good amount. So I think have a play if you've got an EM Sands there. Very nice Pyro Goblet. I like that a lot. Very, very nice hat. That's a great hat. 17 crit rate there. Holy moly. Yeah, really good feather. There's amazing feather. Flower might be replaceable because you've got low roll crit damage there and a bunch of attack, which, again, it's not useless. It's just you would really love the EM. If you were doing this piece again, either more crit damage or more EM, either of those would be better usages of those stats. And even with as high as your crit rate is, you could probably lose 1 or 2 rolls of crit rate in the build in favor of, say, like EM. You might miss a crit every once in a while, but just I think on average, you'll get quite a bit of value out of there. Lowering the crit rate and trying for more crit damage roll. Well, the crit damage I think is fine on this build. It's fine. It's not the most amazing. Like I've seen 250, 260, but it's the EM, right? So I would try and get the EM between 200 and 300. You could, you get 189 from an EM Sands and, job done. So throwing on an EM Sands, you'd be really sweet and will probably give you a really sizable damage increase crab. And Ashuan has an overload Mavuika. Let's have a look there. By the way, hold on. Is this a Taiwan UID? Do you want to, can I add you? I don't have a lot of Imaginarium friends on Taiwan there. Yes, Hong Kong, Taiwan? Yeah, I have an account where I'm always looking for people to add for Imaginarium Theater help. There's very few people that I'm able to borrow from. So if you've got an open friends list, if you want to send a friend request over to me, that would be amazing. I'd really appreciate it. I think I made it through this month's theater, but fortunate it was Hydro. Okay, I'll try and add you in a bit. Appreciate that. All right, we got Ashuan with an overload Mavuika. All right, level 90, friendship level 8. So working on that. 6, 9, 10, good talent investment. We're on title Shadow. It's R4, so I'm assuming you know that you want to get R5. Definitely get R5 on that when you can. Get the billet. We've got 16 rolls of crit rate. Holy moly. 7 rolls of crit damage. Now, we're not as concerned around EM for Overload, even though technically Overload gets help from EM. We'd rather focus on the attack and crit damage. You're a little bit overcapped, and I think with Obsidian, like really with anything, that having 85 crit rate is enough. You'll miss 1 in 9, 1 in 10-ish hits, roughly. But you'll be doing, on the hits that you do crit, you'll be doing enough damage that I think it's worth it for the trade-off. So I would say for this, you could probably lower your crit rate a bit for more crit damage rolls. So you've got a really nice hat, really good Pyro Goblet. The attack sands is probably, it's looking like the one to replace when you can, or re-roll depending. How many, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 3-line. So there's a 3-line start on this one. Yeah, so maybe you can craft a sands or just strongbox for a bit more for a double crit attack sands, because you don't really need the EM, so just see if you can get some more crit damage there. Feather's good. Flour's good. Yeah, it's for overload it's fine. Just know that melt you'll be doing a lot bigger damage, and if you're doing overload, C6 Cerberus for sure. All right, and Crab then has an abandoned Raiden. Uh-oh. I know. I did just talk about my my Raiden. 75.8 to 150 with 275 perfect ER for engulfing. ER, Electro, and crit. 27 rolls of crit, 3 rolls of ER, 10 rolls of attack percent. Abandon. What is this? This is a really good build. This is a really good build. Perfect 1-to-2 ratio, good attack, great ER, bang on, good talent investment, C2. The only thing, the next upgrade is C3, but don't do it. Don't do it. I went to C3. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall into the trap. She is not good anymore. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. Very good. What great quality on those pieces. Really good flower, feather, amazing ER goblet, or ER sands rather. Amazing electro goblet. And an amazing hat. Man, that it hurts so bad because that is such a good build. All right, YouTube chatters, if you would, please get your UID and character you'd like redeemed or reviewed ready. Let me know. And Zero, you mentioned character polls. I'm not sure if you're still around or if you're familiar, but for that one, generally, I can do polls for someone if they have enough to get up to a 5-star. So if you do, let me know, and we can set that up. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and refund your 1 channel point there. It's all good. All right, we got Rose with an EM-less Diluc on Akasha. All right. Let's hop on over to Akasha here. Why does it do that? Does not appear to be a valid UID. What? Yeah, check again, Rose. Check again. In the meantime, let's do some Geoguessr here. All right, we'll set the timer to 30 seconds. 5 rounds. See how we get. All right, we are in the desert. We got the pyramid to the north with the lake. All right, pyramid. It's the big pyramid to the north with a lake, though. Oh, we're down on the ground. 17 seconds. No, small pyramid. Big pyramid's there. Okay, so we are to the east with a lake, which means we are like right there in the corner. Make guess. Yeah, almost exactly right. 49.79. All right. This is in Liwa, above the area. That is, where is that? The old memory banks. Oh boy, I know where this is. There's the Statue of the Seven. Uh-oh. Make guess. Ah, wrong one. All right. 4,000. Not bad. Not shabby. Not shabby. Okay, I'll try again, Rose, after this round. Okay, to the west is the big pyramid. We are up on a hill. We are up on a hill. It's southwest. We're up on a hill, so we're kind of there. We don't really have anything above us, so maybe we're all the way up there. Pretty good. 49.45. Not bad. Yeah, Idachi, Yes, drop your UID in one character, and we can do a review for that. We're for the YouTube chatters. We're doing those now. I'm just doing a bit of Geoguessr while we're waiting on those UIDs. So Northwest Statue of the Seven, huh? Northwest Statue of the Seven, south of Storm Terror. Sumeru, though. What? Oh, that's way off. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't that was the what I was seeing was this. That was Fontaine, not Storm Terror. Ooh, that one got me. Okay. This is Fontaine up above the thing. There's the Aquabus. What? East Aquabus. There's Fontaine City. Okay, so north of the city, northwest of the city, up on the hill, up here, that's the house. Oh man, bad guess. Yeah, it's the other path. I knew it wasn't the houses, but I didn't have enough time. All right, 20,000, 20,312. Not a bad run, not a bad run. All right, let's go back to Akasha. We'll try this again. Let me type it in manually here. Maybe that's the problem. 71706. Okay, I don't know why it didn't come up before. That's weird. All right, so we've got an EM-less Diluc. Why did that close? I don't want to go to the leaderboard there. We've got a C4 Diluc on Wolf's Gravestone. I love the look of Wolf's Gravestone and the outfit. Very nice pieces, very high value. 81 to 204, 123 ER, and 2400 attack. Very nice. Good talent investment, 9910. 42.8 crit value on the flower. Very nice flower there. Solid feather as well. You got 40 EM. It's not a complete waste. I mean, come on now. 42.8 CV there. Nice. With 40 EM and attack percent. That's an amazing flower. Feather, rather. Amazing feather. That attack sense. Holy, look at all that crit damage. 51.3 crit value total. Holy moly. Really nice goblet as well. 36.5 and a nice hat. That's impressive. That is impressive. Like, dare I say, like, the lowest value piece is probably the hat, but it's carrying because you still need the crit rate. So you wouldn't even really want anything. You just want other better substats. So that's quite good. Quite good. All right, and we've got Toxic with a Xiao. Let's bring this up on Enka so we don't get all the ads in my face. Oops, I left off the 7. Nope, wrong account. No. 866560154. Is this just on Akasha, or is it not Toxic? Do you have your characters on display? The AR6. Can you check your numbers? Yeah, the hat's the hardest to replace for sure. Ada Senpai asks, for Loma, user off-field, should you use the craftable weapon for the bloom or hyper bloom damage? If you did the event where you have the spindle loot, let me flip back over here and find it. I can talk about Loma's weapon choices here real quick. This weapon is... Yes, okay, use this. It's 200 EM and it gives ER. So the big thing you want to do for her, especially for off-field for the stuff, is give her as much ER as humanly possible. Because it's going to give a huge damage increases to the entire team. So 200 EM is really good, and you want to be able to burst and make sure your burst is always up. So definitely recommend the event weapon. Her signature I have on another account. It's fine, but honestly, it's either have this weapon or use her signature, and everything else is worse than this, in my opinion. Yeah, really good, really good. So she's set. With Nahida, the burst is always up. Yeah, so I guess you could, like, if you really wanted to do something silly, you could, use Nahida's signature or, something like this as well for more EM if you have enough ER. But, yeah, pretty much this one. It's fine. It's free, right? Like, if you have it, it's already done. Sit Lollies wouldn't be bad because 365 EM, or just when she reruns, pick up her signature. All right, let's try this again. Toxic 8685605154. All right, and you wanted a Xiao, level 90 Xiao, friendship level 10, C0, 10. Great talent investment. We're on Mara Chaussee. I do like Mara Chaussee. It makes it very easy to build for high crit for sure. You're on 110 ER. Ooh, uh-oh. You know what this means. Hold on. Did I change my Xiao gear? I did change my Xiao gear. Someone took his hat. This is why I don't rob people. Stygian Onslaught has ruined me. I was going to compare because you're in the same ER category as me. This is why I was checking. But very nice. Very, very good amount of crit rate. With Cloud Retainer, you're going to get the +5, right? And with the 36 from the Mara Chaussee. So great amount of crit, good crit damage. 110 ER with C6 Varzon and Cloud Retainer on Fav. And Farina can be on the pipe, or, she doesn't have to be on Fav herself. So, yeah, the pipe is fine. Yeah, it's going to be perfect. You're going to have your burst up. Just make sure you catch and all that good stuff. So his burst is up. And, yeah, he's going to, probably plunge for 270 with C0 Cloud Retainer. Maybe 300 with, if you get C2. Very good. Good quality piece there on your flower. Feather's nice. The attack stance is very good. The goblet, yeah, you could get a better goblet. Some other substats. You don't need the EM, so like attack percent, another roll of crit damage if you could, feel like gambling, and a better hat, right? Yeah, it's a good build. Yeah, Galaxy, I'm still working through the other ones. So we've got some folks on YouTube as well. We've got Yusuf up. You wanted to... Oh, okay. So Yusuf, I can't log in to your account with your UID. And I'm not going to log on to accounts today. But if you do want me to log on to your account, turn up to a stream where I am logging onto folks' accounts. And what we'll do for that is you join the queue. And if you get drawn, then I can log on your account and help you out. What I can do is I can just generally look over your account here because your UID does have this up. And I can give some general advice here. So your Raiden is on the right track. Raiden's pretty weak these days, though, so don't, if she feels bad, that's why. You've got Chevreuse, but she's not really leveled. So I would, if you want Raiden to feel good, play her with Chevreuse, probably Xiongling Bennett would be my recommendation. Because you're using the catch on Raiden, you need to use something else on Xiongling. So hopefully you can get another weapon for her. Because Xiongling is, nice. Xiongling wants emblem, so just keep getting more emblem. You can build her. I would not build Kujosara. Do not build Kujosara until she's C6. It is not worth building Kujosara until she is C6. Chevreuse, however, I would build. Chevreuse wants HP, HP, HP. Favonius Lance is fine. You can level 8 this talent here. The goal would be get as close to 40,000 HP as you can, because Chevreuse will give you a buff based on that. And if you can, pick up Bennett, get Bennett, in which case one of the two should be on Noblesse, HP, HP, HP. Bennett wants ER, HP, HP, or ER, HP healing. So for Chevreuse specifically, she wants HP, HP, HP. I would strongly recommend building her. You might need a 90er to get the 40,000 HP. She is very good even at C0 or C1. She gets way better at C6, where she gives 60% damage bonus. Hi, Sarah7. Welcome in. Welcome in. Pull Mavuika. Don't pull Mavuika just for support. You pull Mavuika for DPS. So you still wouldn't, you would still build someone else. If for some reason you don't like Chevreuse, you have another option for an attack buffer, but it is a little more complicated, and that would be Lynette, which would be Viridescent Venerer. Yeah, she provides an attack buff as well. But you have Chevreuse, you have Raiden, you have Xiongling, you might have Bennett, or you might be getting Bennett from Starglitter shop. He's in the shop right now. If you can, buy one copy. Ideally, he could be C1. Doesn't have to be, but ideally he could be C1. And that's a team that will help you for quite some time. It's not as strong as it used to be. There are other stronger things, but based on who I'm seeing right now, Yusuf, that's what I'd suggest generally. You have Bennett as well. Okay, yeah, cool. So a very strong team. You've got Nefer as well, but a strong team, a pretty classic team is Xiongling, Bennett, Raiden, and then folks before had Kazuha, but Kazuha is more complicated. So Chevreuse makes it dead simple, very easy. Put Chevreuse in the team. It's called the Overload composition. It's very, very powerful. So I definitely recommend that. So social media asks, quick question. If you have ER Sands, do you use Aquila for Bennett? Bennett wants the weapon that he's on to have the biggest possible number here, the base attack number. He doesn't want attack percent like from artifacts. Bennett wants attack on this right here. So Aquila Favonia has 674 base attack, but it does not give energy. Skyward Blade can have 608 base attack and it gives energy. Sapwood Blade, which is craftable, gives 565 base attack and energy. So, why do I say all this? For Bennett specifically, you generally want to have at least 225 to 240, 225 to 245 energy recharge, and the more the better, right? He's easier to play if you have more, but you want to have like ER, HP, HP, and then this number here, for Bennett, you want it to say at minimum, bare minimum, 225. Ideally, it'll be a lot more reliable and comfortable if it's around 240, 245. If you have Raiden, you can be on the lower end. If you do not have Raiden, you have to spend more time on him. So that's something to keep an eye out for there. If you've got the Skyward Blade and you're lazy, like I am, I think Skyward Blade is a great choice because 608, good big number, and it gives a lot of energy. That with an energy recharge stands, a couple of ER substats, you will be perfectly fine for your Bennett. No worries, Yusuf, no worries. All right, we've got an ad from Co-Comrade, which I haven't run. It won't let me run an ad because one just ran, so we'll run that later. Galaxy Weeb. You don't have a UID in your redeem, so I need you to drop that. There we go. R on Akasha. I see it. I got it. Let's do this. See if it comes up. Mavuika Overload. Here we go. Get out of my way. All right, Serpent Spine, level 90, Mavuika, Friendship level 10, as you do. 6, 9, 10, very good talent investment. 60.6 to 250 crit damage. Holy moly, it's completely unusable. You're overcapped on your crit rate. No, I'm just kidding. Very good. Yeah, good build. Good crit damage. We are on Serpent Spine, so the base attack will be a bit lower. Totally okay. Understandable. Not a lot you can do there. Yeah, good value out of the flower. 27 crit damage on one piece is pretty wild. Feathers, solid as well. You have some EM there that you don't really need on an overload composition, but we don't mind. Really, what you could do is take this build, throw on an EM Sands, and also use it in Melt without changing anything else, which is pretty solid. The attack Sands, it's fine. Again, 4 rolls on a single piece, pretty wild. The goblet as well. You're getting very lucky with those crit damage pieces. Very nice. And a solid hat with attack percent. Yeah. Beautiful. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. And we've got DPS Loma from Sara 7. Yeah, it is on cooldown Flux, but I tell you what, since we are in a bit of a review sesh right now, drop one character and a... and your UID, and we'll have a look at that in just a second. The Yusuf says, you usually use Mavuika, Sitlali, Bennett, and Chevreuse. Okay, so Chevreuse won't be doing pretty much anything in that team. So you have some options for that, and I'll show you what those could be. I'll log on to my other account in just a second and show you what those could be, okay? So let's look at this Loma first, and then we'll have a peek. Level 90 Loma. Friendship level 6 RS7. What is this? Friendship XP. It's the most important stat. She can be level 10 right now. And I know that because all of my Lomas are level 10. You can do it. We're on EM, and crit damage, which isn't necessarily bad. If you're going for the Lunar Bloom damage itself. Lunar Bloom damage does calculate from your own crit rate and crit damage, as well as your other party members. You don't have to worry about the 3rd and 4th slot, but the 2nd highest crit rate, crit damage does matter quite a bit. So mainly it's hers, and then secondarily your next person in line who has the next highest crit stats will matter. We are on 110.9, which makes sense if you are doing the DPS with her, because that's where her lunar damage is going to be coming from. Although she is so good, I would, you've already invested this much. Just crown her. Just crown her. Wait, she isn't 10. That's right. You've been caught. You don't have Nefer, so you built her. She's hitting for 263k in the open world. Yeah. So the other thing is, like, you've got Yelan. You probably, I think you have Qiqi, right? Like, Singsho, well, you don't have C2. So, like, a Singsho Nahida Loma, you're going to hyper bloom for, like, 48,000, and then you're going to do, like, the bigger ones for, like, more. Like, it's big number. Big number. Yeah. So I would, like, don't underestimate how good this buff is. Like, it's insane. 472% additional damage of your elemental mastery. So if you did EM, and then just did a regular Hyperbloom team, changing nothing with how you play, you're going to be like, oh, I'm, like, out damaging the national team now. It's like by a lot. Yeah, it's wild how good that buff is. So yeah, don't if you haven't taken a look at a Hyperbloom team in a while, have a try. It is quite fun. But yeah, good Loma, good DPS set. Yeah, you're using Ino for the support set, which is awesome. So we're getting the 30 crit rate there. So 70 to 180, good crit split, good EM, good ER because we're on the event weapon. Yeah, good all around. Great feather here. I like that. EM Sands, nice with ER. Great EM Goblet. Was that a drop or crafted? Very nice. And a nice hat. I like it. All right. We've got Flux with a crit Arlecchino, and then we'll get SMFs. Yoimiya. It was a drop. Nice. Very lucky. All right. We got Arlecchino. Is just about to have her rerun. 28 rolls of crit. Holy moly. 78 to 236. Nothing to scoff at. 75 EM is solid with her Crimson Moon's Semblance signature weapon. Quite nice. Great flower with 31 crit damage and all usable stats. Very nice piece. Feather is solid. 40 crit value with attack. Attack Sands is all right with, 35 with EM. Very good. Goblet's Fire. And yeah, very nice hat. The next biggest improvements would be C1 and C2. However, big asterisk to that. Arlecchino is already good, and the newer DPSs are probably going to be better, like use of your primos. But if you really like Arlecchino, C1 and C2 are quite nice. Should you get R2 or C1? C1. Hands down C1. C1 and C2 are going to transform. Like, if you like playing Arlecchino now, C1 is going to make it feel nicer because you don't get knocked around as much. It's interruption resistance. And C2 is life transforming because you can immediately pull off the Bond of Life. You don't have Sitlali. Don't worry about it. You have C6 Chevreuse, Overload. Overload Arlecchino. Call it a day. I will duel someone in Miliastra Wonderland over this. If you've got Arlecchino, forget about, I can melt for, 400k every couple. I don't care. Just Unga Bunga Overload, away you go. Like, it's so fun. It's so fun playing Overload. You got C6 Arlecchino, or Chevreuse rather. So do Overload Arlecchino. With either Fischl, if she does a lot of damage, you can do Auroron, you can put Qiqi in, you can even do Beto, right? Like, do not underestimate Overload Arlecchino. It's fabulous. Yeah. And C1 and C2 are going to feel really, really nice as well. Again, C2 lets you pull the Bond of Life immediately, which lets you do things like, I actually want to heal, but I don't want to use my Bond of Life. You burst, E burst, skill again, and you can just immediately start swinging again. You play Overload with Raiden. Well, if you want like a 99% damage increase over Overload Raiden, Overload Arlecchino. Sorry, you mean Raiden is in the team. Yes, Raiden's also awesome in that team. Yeah. Use Raiden in that team. I didn't even look at the Raiden there. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it looks like you like Arlecchino. I can tell you from experience, I've got a family member who has an account with C0 Arlecchino and C2 Arlecchino, and they both play great. And Sitlali's on both the accounts, and every time I play them, I do not play Sitlali Arlecchino. Even though they have the build for it, I play Overload every single time. Every single time. So, yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan. Idachi, are the YouTube reviews over? No, I need your UID. I didn't see you drop your UID and your character there. So please do that, and I can have a look. Let me look at SMF's Yoimiya, and then we've got Crab with another one. Grab that. There. And then we'll log in and check out the Mavuika options for you, Yusuf. All right, Yoimiya. Oh, look, whoa, where is he? All right, Yoimiya. We got level 90. Friendship level 3. What's going on? At least put him in your teapot. Friendship level 3 Ito. 888. Oh man, it hurts my soul. Oh man, my boy. All right, Ito wants his normal attack leveled up first, and then his burst. And you can, of course, level Ushi if you want. By the way, Ito's not a good character. He's not strong. Don't spend your resources on him unless you love him. 73.9 to 208 is solid. 114 ER is not enough. Even with Chiori and like Zhongli on Fav and Goro on Fav, you're going to really struggle. Unless you're like Zhongli is on a crit hat and he can always proc Fav. With 132 without Fav procs is pretty comfortable in an all Geo team. 114, you're probably going to need 2 Fav procs to get your burst back. So, yeah. If you do like Ito, keep that in mind. You can solve that by C2. So if you pick up the free con and then you somehow get one more con on him, this will be a great build for C2. And of course, you've got Redhorn, but, level him up if you need to. But he's not worth the primos. Don't do it. All right, Yoimiya. Yoimiya. Level 90 Yoimiya, friendship level 10, as you do. 10, 10, and 6, because we're not using the burst. We're on Shim, which is classic. 27 rolls of crit with 1 roll of attack percent and 128 EM from subs. Very nice. I am liking that sans. Holy moly. 42 crit damage with 3.1 crit rate. Very nice. Feathers, very nice with all usable stats, 4 usable stats there. The flower has some EM for us there. Beautiful. Very nice Pyro Goblet as well. Double crit with big values there. What's that, 43 crit value? Thereabouts. And a hat with big EM. Very, very nice classic Yoimiya. Well done. Well done. All right. Oh, I see it now. Thanks for putting the spacers in there. Yeah, on YouTube, it for some reason filters stuff out, although I've turned off like everything to try and allow it, but it just doesn't. You want Nefer. Yeah. Okay, so level 80 Nefer out of 90. You do not need to level 90 Nefer. So 80 out of 90 is fine. We are at 196, so that's good talent investment. Her skill is the one you want to level the most. Her burst does damage as well. If you're doing, the combos and all that, just use the burst when you can. It is additional damage if you get the resource and more and stuff to level up. We're on the free-to-play weapon, so we're crit's kind of in line with where we would expect. We get 30 from the set, so that gives us 75 to 207 with the R3 Block Marrow Lantern. So get it to R5 when you can. If you need some additional billets, you can convert them with Dream Solvent. Hold on. What are we doing here? We'll have to look at that in a second. You can convert them with Dream Solvents and, get it to R5. It's going to be the bonus damage from the passive there, which is nice. This is a fine weapon. You don't need her signature. If you did any pulling on the weapon banner and you got the Dawnbreaker one, that one is better than the R5 just by a smidge, just by like a tiny bit. So this one's already level 90. So if you craft it up to R5, this will be basically equivalent to the R1 of the Dawnbreaker or whatever. If you're not going to craft 2 more, level the Dawnbreaker up if you have a copy. And her signature will be a significant power boost, like 40% more damage. Quite a bit. So just keep that in mind before she goes away. If you're looking, hey, I wanted to do even more. You got Loma, you got Nahida, you've got the extreme premium team. If you wanted to go all the way, her weapon is, it's bananas. It's bonkers. It really is. EM crit damage is very nice. 20 rolls of crit is nothing to scoff at. You've got all the right stats in all the right spots. Good crit split. Good EM. EM, and crit damage. Very nice. Very, very nice build. Good piece here. Good piece. Yeah, these are good pieces all around. I mean, the lowest one is the goblet. You could get a bit of crit damage off of this if you were to like craft one or something, but I think it's fine. She's going to do enough damage with the supports that you have for quite a while that I think it's totally fine. Biggest thing here is update her talent to level 9. Let's have a look at your Ito as well. C2 Ito, love to see it. 123 ER at C2 is going to be more than enough. 82 to 200, perfect. Look at that. We've got a good piece here with the defense. We've got a good piece there. We don't need that ER, but we got some more defense there. Your defense stands pretty sad because we don't really need this ER at C2, and we've only got 21 crit damage there. Another piece with a little bit of crit rate wouldn't be bad, but it's not worth going to get another piece. I understand. Geo Goblet, same kind of situation. If you happen to get another double crit one and you get a roll that's not EM, totally understand. Great hat though. Defense percent and a good amount of crit rate rolls. One more roll of crit rate, one more roll of crit damage somewhere in the build would be really nice. But other than that, a very nice Ito. I like that a lot. Should you get a little more crit by sacrificing EM? What do you mean? Like from this piece here, the feather? What piece were you thinking? Ito's one of your favorite Inazuma characters, says social media. Yeah, he's fantastic, isn't he? If you weren't playing when there was an event, I think it was last year. You can look it up on YouTube. There is a music event where Ito and Paimon performed. Very good. Crit rate should be around, don't go above 60. So I don't think you need more crit rate, to be honest, because you've got Loma, which gives you 10. So that's 55 plus 30, that's 85. 85, I think, is fine. I generally don't recommend going above 85 because the odds that you're not going to crit are so low that for most of your hits on average, like the value out of having that, say, crit damage or other stat that's going to help you for those other 8 or 9 hits out of 10, right? Generally will pull ahead. So I think 85 is fine. I wouldn't get more crit rate. Someone said you lack crit rate. Not really. I mean, you would not. So 60%. If you had, if this number here said 60, you would be at 100 to 207. But that last 15% of the crit rate, you can debate the value of that. Is it less than 100? Yes. However, when you're talking 85%, you're going to crit 9 out of 10 times, roughly, on average. Sometimes 8, sometimes 9, right? So as a result of that, if you only need 3 attacks to kill the enemy, you know, what are the odds that that one isn't going to crit? Pretty low. Pretty low. I think your crit rate is perfect. If you want, so here's the beautiful thing, and I don't want to tell you how to use your primos, but her weapon will give you 8% crit damage, which will make your build essentially perfect. Essentially perfect. Yeah, you can get a little bit more crit damage, but you would be at like, what is that? 53, 90, 93, 94, right? Whatever that, just about 94 to, 53.4, whatever. 93.4 to 290 crit damage, something like that. 293, 294, something like that. Actually, it's even more than that because you get plus 24 from the passive. So you'd be over 300 crit damage. So if you still have primos and you like Nefer, her weapon is going to be a big increase for you. You can try the Constellation. You've never pulled the weapon banner since day one. This weapon banner is pretty good in several ways. Farina's weapon, don't pull for it, but if you lose to it, it's not terrible. So that's one thing that has going for it. The Dawnbreaker weapon is pretty good. The sword is pretty good for Skirk. the spear is probably going to have some, it's got some very niche use cases. So like, and her Nefer's weapon is so bonkers that if you actually like Nefer and you want her to be great, I would get her weapon before C1. I would. Yeah, if it were me, I would get her weapon. In fact, I pulled Nefer's weapon for Nubilet because I didn't have a 5-star catalyst for him. So that's how good this weapon is. And it's even better on Nefer, which is fabulous. Could I have pulled Nubilet's weapon? Absolutely. However, I can't use Nubilet's weapon on Nefer if I get Nefer in the future. That's why I did that. So anyway, let's look at this Raiden Shogun, and then I'll log into my other account and we'll show Yusuf, Zara, what a Mavuika team could be for them. Raiden Shogun. All right. From Hackers is Top. Hello, Hacker is Top. C6 Raiden. Very nice. Very impressive. 10, 10, 10. 84.3 to 149 with 251. We have R1 Engulfing Lightning. Now, if I'm not mistaken, unless we get some more ER here, we would want to be at, I think it's 270 or 275 for R1. But if you get refinements on this in the future, 250 is the number. What do you mean, Crab? What do you mean you got skipped? Ah, hold on. This is, if they're not redemptions, that's why. All right, hold on. I see what's going on. We got Flux as well. XL, and you wanted. Hold on. Let me look at this Raiden, but Skirk. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry. Chat scrolls by, and this is why we have the redemption, so I don't lose out. Okay, yeah, very good Raiden, very high end, as you would expect for C6, and very well invested. 28 rolls of crit, 8 rolls of ER. 1 roll of attack percent. Unfortunately, 4 rolls of flat attack, but still very nice. Wow, 18% crit rate on a single piece. That's incredible. Very nice feather with all usable stats there. Solid attack sands. Don't see that very often. But that is building up a nice well-rounded balance there. Unfortunate low roll there on the crit damage, but not a lot you can do there other than get luckier. Electro onset. I think that's better than all of the ones that I have on my accounts onset. And an amazing hat. Holy, holy, holy moly. Holy moly. Very, very nice build there. All right, let me look at the Skirk. We got a Xiangling and then a Mualani. You guys are really getting them in there, aren't you? All right. C1 Skirk, level 90, friendship level 10 with Mist Splitter, R2, 11010, 47 to 291 on Mara Chaussee. So, yeah, with Farina, it's going to slap. Very, very nice. You can be a little overcapped on the crit, in fact, when you can freeze and all that good stuff. Or, though, if affected by cryo, I saw. Yeah, very nice. Mist Splitter Skirk. Mist Splitter is a good generalist stat stick for folks because you're going to get the elemental damage bonus for the stacks, depending on how many you can get. And yeah, you're in a normal attack and get those stacks pretty quick. Beautiful. Nice flower here. Very nice. 42 crit value, right? With attack percent. Nice feather with attack percent. Very nice attack sands. Solid cryo goblet, double crit with attack on Wanderer's Troop. Poor Ganyu, you robbed her, didn't you? You robbed Ganyu for this piece. This is not Skirk's piece. She went and shanked Ganyu and took her goblet and a very nice hat. Good Skirk. Let's see, Xiangling. What do we got here? C for Xiangling. Now, we said DPS Xiangling, but she's only level 80. So, come on, Flux. Flux, help me out. Ascend your Xiangling. Your AR-58 though, so totally okay, I guess. Still getting underway. You've got a lot of 5 stars for AR-58. Mora only comes so fast. So C4 Xiongling, 1, 6, 8. Ascender, get that Pyronado up. It's ridiculous. You want a DPS with her. 130 Elemental Mastery as well. So yeah, ER is feeling a bit low at 188. I guess if you're playing with Raiden and National, it can work. 190 is like the bottom, super bottom end of the energy recharge in a Raiden team. So 188 is going to be really cutting it close. So hopefully you're getting your burst back. If you are, great. In which case we're not caring about the EM all that much. But yeah, if you could pick up a few rolls of ER if that's the case. Damage stats wise, solid. She's going to lay down the pain and overload for sure. I see you've got Chevreuse, who is C6. So yeah, Chevreuse overload is going to be great. You get your burst every rotation. Very nice. Yeah, if you're playing with Chevreuse and she's got the Fav and you've also got Benny, that makes total sense. So yeah, beautiful. And the fork looks pretty goofy, and you've stolen it from the other chef, and how thematically correct for Xiongling. Very nice. All right, last one, chat. Last one, Mualani from, let me find it, auto-generated username 3. Welcome in. C1 Mualani with Sack Jade. Ooh, that's a tough one on Obsidian not to overcap. You have overcapped ever so slightly, but that's all right. 193 EM on an HP Sands is very good. So 100 to 200 with 193 EM. Very nice. And 35,000 HP almost. Very good Mualani. We got big crit damage HP on the flower. Feather. The HP Sands, while it doesn't look amazing, it's giving us 75 EM. That's huge value. Very good value for your vape Mualani. Or your vape Mualani, not because we're not doing freeze. Although I will say my favorite Mualani is actually Mualani freeze, because then I don't have to worry about the reaction with Escoffier, lowering that hydro resin sit lolly. Very nice. And we've got a great hydro goblet as well with a little bit of EM and HP. Wow, big crit damage there, and a solid hat. Very good C1 Mualani. Okay, Yusuf Zara was asking about a Mavuika team, so I'm going to log over to my other account, and we're going to do that, and then it is time for me to eat. So I will call that a stream after this. Let's go ahead and cook up a team for Yusuf, who was asking. So Yusuf, Mavuika, Sitlali, Bennett, you've got the core. In the future, if you want the absolute best possible team, it's Xilonen. So that's the Geocat lady. And the reason is she's going to charge up Mavuika's burst very, very fast. Hey, no worries, no worries. That's a great, great Mualani there. I don't see a lot of Mualanis come across. Let's go ahead and have a look at Mavuika. So this is the premium team for Mavuika, if you're looking for one, but you may not have that yet. Like, you may not have had a chance to get Xilonen. But the good news is you have some other options. If you have Sucrose, this will be one of the best possible choices for your team, but you do want to play it in a certain way where you normal attack to charge up Mavuika's burst a few more times than you otherwise would. But the rotation would be Bennett, and then Sucrose, and then Sitlali, and then Mavuika. And you want to use her burst and then do her normal or charge attacks. And then just repeat. So Bennett, Sucrose, Sitlali, Mavuika. If you don't have Sucrose for some reason, there's a couple of things. You can save up Star Glitter and wait for her to come by in the shop. You could use someone like Jean, but if you use Jean, importantly, you only want to use her skill, her E. Because you don't want to use her burst, because if you use her burst, it's going to take Bennett's Pyro, and it's going to infuse the circle with Bennett's Pyro, and then Sitlali is not going to be able to put her cryo on. So only use your skill if you're using Jean. If you've got Kazuha, same deal. So only use the skill, but the rotation stays the exact same. Bennett, Kazuha, Xilolen, Mavuika. Failing all of that, who else could you use? You could use someone like Diona, especially if she has C6. Constellation 6 is going to give Elemental Mastery. So you could then change that up and get the EM for your Mavuika that way. You could also use really any other viridescent character, like, Cloud Retainer or Aoife, potentially even Lynette, to do viridescent Venerer Shred. Now, if you don't know what viridescent is, that's this set here. When you have 4 pieces of it and you swirl an element, so you use Bennett and then you use a skill on this, or on Jean or Kazuha or Sucrose, it's going to swirl them, and it will reduce the resistance for 10 seconds. So those are all options that you could use to do that. But Yusuf, if you're looking to get the most out of your Mavuika, you've already got all the other pieces. Save up for Xilonen. That would be my recommendation. You have C1 Sucrose and C1 Jean. All right. I would suggest Sucrose for sure. And so for the Sucrose then, let's have a look.
I want to help.
We could put her on, I'll put her on Sacrificial Fragments. If you can, for your Sucrose, if you don't already have her build, you can just have a look here. Elemental Mastery, Elemental Mastery. Ideally, hold on, who stole her Elemental Mastery hat? Do I not have one? Oh, Raiden did. Elemental Mastery. And you only need 4 piece, right? But so however you get all 3 of these to say Elemental Mastery and have a 4-piece bonus lit up. That's what your goal is. So Sucrose wants as much Elemental Mastery as possible. And then an item like Sacrificial Fragments is good for Elemental Mastery. And what I'll do is I'll show you what this team kind of looks like when we're playing here. Let's go over to the weekly domain, I guess. And then you can see sort of what the difference between them are. Actually, no. Let's do it against the, not the weekly guy, because he's kind of annoying. Let's do it against this guy. Since Mizuki's part of Standard, will we ever get her weapon? Sadly, Dia has shown us no. Maybe on when they do an Inazuma Chronicled again.
The natural enemy of fire and
Maybe we
civilization.
will.
In the desert,
But it's going to be a
ruins
while.
are all that remain to tell the story of the past. Light it up.
All right. Let's. What we're going to do is we're going to pop her skill, because we want to start getting stuff here. Oh, Bennett, you let me down.
Off we go.
I have to do this again. Go to Sucrose, give me the skill. Get a couple of normals in if you can. My energy is a little scuffed at the moment. And then burst. So that is 1.14 million with Sucrose there. Now keep in mind, my characters are pretty well built up. I've got C0 Mavuika with her weapon. So 1.14 million with Sucrose. If we do the same thing with Xilonen,
All right.
Full throttle. Rise with the sun.
Let's light it up. Everybody stand.
we'll see what this damage is.
Show no mercy. You two. Time to
Breath from the sky.
Only 1 million. Interesting. Sucrose actually did more damage than my Xilonen. Oh, hold on. She's on Fav. I was like, wait a second. That's not right. Okay. I have the signature. So you can see there that the Elemental Mastery really matters, because actually outdamaged that with Xilonen. Now, the thing about Xilonen is she's going to fill up the fighting spirit a lot better than Sucrose will. So it really depends on what you're looking for. But let's have a look at with the full bonus here, with the signature for Xilonen, which gives 26% damage bonus. is a shame. Let's try that again. No, I'm lazy. I don't have instructor on Sitlolly. That is a good point. I need to actually do that for like to be super optimum. It's because I use Sitlolly in Freeze Team. Oh, I didn't even. I use Sitlolly in a Freeze Team as well, and I just hate switching artifacts. Let's see here. $300. What is going on? What did I do wrong? Does he have immunity or something in that phase? That's not right. You barely hit 100K. Hey, the rotations matter big. That's for sure as well. Also, some enemies have resistances and things. So if you don't have someone who's taking resistances away, then it can really affect your damage. Let's try this again. I'm going to do a much tighter rotation this time. Not let him start his firing. All right, 1.22 million. Okay, so yes, with her weapon, with Xilonen's weapon versus Sucrose, we did what, like 50,000 more, right? So you can see the difference there. Now we can get an even bigger number. This is going to be embarrassing. I don't think I actually have instructor on this account. So let's. Okay, you're on scroll. That's good. I was like, wait a second. Why does she have tenacity on? Yeah, I accidentally foddered all my instructor. So I can't show you instructor, but you get the idea. It's more damage. So if you set your stuff up, so Yusuf, if you're looking for stuff, for Sitlolly for now, put her on the scroll of Hero of Cinder City. Any 4 pieces, but importantly, she needs energy recharge here. She needs energy recharge here. You can give her Thrilling Tales. You want it Refinement 5. This is a 3-star weapon. It can be level 1. Okay? Does not matter. As long as it's Refinement 5. Right? Now with Mavuika, you want her to have as much ER as possible, but no less than 162. Okay? So Bennett, he wants as much as possible. Mine is a bit low because I'm on Aquila. I could switch to Sapwood or something, and he'd be a little bit better. As you saw, I was having energy problems, so I should probably switch it up or get better artifacts. So just keep that in mind. Use C6 Diona on instructor. Well, I don't have any instructors, so yeah. All right, chat. Well, I tell you what, I am hungry, and my food is here. And that was fun. So I really enjoyed that. Really chill stream, just hanging out, doing some strongboxing today. Got some crazy pieces for Diluc, of all people, on my main account as we strongboxed about 1,000 artifacts. We got a 49 crit value flower and like a 46 crit value feather. Pretty impressive stuff. And like 41 on the attack sands. So I'll go and do some goofy stuff with Diluc. I really appreciate you all dropping by and hanging out today and for being here. If you're looking for more of me, obviously all the VODs and stuff, they're over on the YouTube, which I'll drop in the chat here for you. I posted a video about Imaginarium Theater for like a beginner's type guide there. If you're curious, if you're interested or you just want to help me out, go over there and have a watch. Watch time is the biggest metric. So if you want to watch it, great. If you're not going to watch it, please don't click on it and like it and then click off. That's actually bad. Click on it and watch it, or just don't. That's the big thing. So yeah, if you want to watch it, that's awesome. You don't have to, but it is over there as well. I will be in the Discord and I'll be around. I might stream some extra days this week. I'm not sure. I've got some leave, but otherwise we'll be back at the normal time, which is there on the Discord or on the Twitch channel. It's 8:30 a.m. New Zealand time on Saturday. Which is, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days from now. I can count on my fingers. At 8:30 a.m. New Zealand. So, hope to see you around. And if anyone's polling for Arlecchino before then, I hope you win your 50-50 and it comes very early. And please, please do not pull on the weapon banner. No one pull on that weapon banner for Arlecchino. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. All right, take care, chat. Bye-bye.
Exploration and trials. Adventure